Check it out, check it out, check it out. This is Soul Sundays, episode 10, with your hosts Driss, Bashir, Curtis, Alpha, Sumie, and more. Aha.
Yeah.
Aha.
Do you say and others or do you say and more?
I said and more. I try to sound
And
really
more.
dramatic, you know, and more.
And friends.
And friends, right?
Well, and friends. There's others.
Friends.
Yeah, there's.
What's going on, guys?
How's everybody's weekend?
Let's get down to the lovebirds over here. I want to hear how I want to hear
Yes,
how
your
this went
staycation.
down.
Yeah, I think everybody should go out and have a staycation. Sometimes you don't want to leave the city, but you want to do something different. So on me and Sumie's anniversary, we decided to get a hotel room at the Hilton. Something really nice, fancy, one bed. You know.
One bed.
One bed, like you're gonna get two.
Like
One
poker
bed.
bed.
Hey, you don't know how the night's gonna end up. You know, some people. It was king. Yeah,
It was
bro.
a king.
It was nice.
It was a nice room too. Except we were watching the OSU game a little bit, which kind of put a damper on our.
Yeah, that happened.
We just kind of left for dinner at that point. Went early to our reservation.
Yeah, I don't even think we should touch on that game that much. They don't deserve
Nah,
our.
definitely not.
Yeah, they don't deserve our time.
We're done for the season.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not good.
So, for the anniversary, rose petals, wine.
Maybe next year.
Okay.
Maybe
What's the
next year.
gifts? Do we ask for
Okay.
gifts? What
We
you
don't do
got there?
gifts.
That was a
We
gift.
do like something
did that for
fun
each other.
every year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we
if it
made-
was a
we don't
gift,
do
I would have
gifts.
won.
Don't
I
look
would
at
have
me
the
like
best
that.
gift.
He said, you
No.
see how he looked at me? He said, we do it for love, bro.
It's for love.
This is us.
It's all love.
We don't do that.
I think the
We don't
best
play
part
like-
though we enjoyed was the mirror in the
Oh,
bathroom.
bro.
Oh, that shit was
Oh my
lit.
God.
Wasn't it?
Yo,
The mirror looked
I
up.
screenshotted that. I was like, yo.
I was
this is
trying
a
to
good
get her out of
picture.
the way so I could take a picture of the mirror.
He kicked me out of the bathroom.
Let me get the hell out the way. I'm trying to
That
get
was a
this
funny
picture.
snap.
It was fun though, but we can't give too many details, so you guys keep talking.
We did watch Spider-Man though. Spider-Man was a fucking sweet
That's
movie.
Yeah,
That's
Spider-Man, bro.
Spider-Man
That
was dope.
Homecoming is fire.
I just
That
got
shit
what
was
she
dope.
said. Y'all
You know that
nasty.
dude. The dude, he does all his own stunts.
What I found
The
crazy,
kid, right?
he's
Yeah.
smart as fuck.
Oh, he's super smart.
You hear him speaking in Spanish like fluent?
He's super smart.
Wait, okay, so I'm confused though because this Spider-Man was a lot younger.
Way younger.
So
He was
is
like,
this
what, 15 in
is this
this
a
one?
true comic? Because the Tobey Maguire one was the one that
I'm not
He was
too
older.
up on the Spider-Man background.
Well,
like,
He was
I know
so
just from
young.
like the Tobies.
My understanding with Spider-Man is that they remade Spider-Man like 3
5
times. Yeah, a
times,
couple
bro.
times. So this is like, I don't know which version of Spider-Man this is.
he was only 16 in the movie. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that Andrew Garfield dude, right?
Oh, that was the worst.
that was a Spider-Man too?
That's Amazing Spider-Man. That's
feel
its
like it's
own series. That was the
Spider-Man
worst.
and
Oh, that's his own series?
That's its own. Like
Flash.
that was different.
They changed that so much.
Yeah.
Wait, what
Spider-Man
about the
and
Flash?
They change it. Like it's
Bro,
always a different.
Yeah.
I love
They don't
Flash,
have
bro.
like a...
Flash is my
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Flash is the
But
strongest.
the new one coming out now is the Barry Allen story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Wally West.
I just
Yeah.
realized how little I know about Spider-Man.
Yeah, superheroes, bro. I'm a
Spider-Man
nerd.
just dope. I love this new one. Like the Tobey Maguire ones was alright, but I really love this one, man. I like him as an
Everybody
actor.
check out the new Spider-Man.
I haven't
Alright.
seen it
Yeah,
yet.
fire.
You remember when
haven't
Tobey
seen it.
Maguire was
Yeah.
like all emo in the third one? I didn't like
He
that.
was.
I didn't like
That
That
was
was funny.
sucked.
That was funny.
That
He was doing
so
like
whack.
jazz and shit with his hair over his eyes.
It's
I'm
like,
like,
what the
shit
Have
is
you
trash.
seen the meme where they play him just walking down the street with no music? It's
No?
the funniest
Is it
thing. It's hilarious. He's like, yay. Yo, it's so good.
What does Tobey Maguire do now? I feel like he
don't
just
know.
ever
That was
since-
it.
That was it.
I was,
That's
oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was getting him and Tobey Maguire and the dude from that 70s show confused. Eric Foreman.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
look
That's
alike to
true.
me.
They
That
do.
sucks.
That's true,
That
bro. But
sucks
that's
for
the thing.
him.
When you do a movie like big superhero movies like that, bro, it's a gift or a curse.
Oh yeah, it's like doing a scary.
Because if
movie.
you don't do it
like a
super
one-
good,
yeah.
you'll never. Nobody will never like fuck with you.
You notice if you start your career like as an actor in like a scary movie, you don't go nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, if the scary
I never
movie's
thought
big
about
time.
it. I never thought about it.
Yeah, but when you think about like Christian Bale did American Psycho, which was
Oh,
a
and that was scary.
classic.
But
and
Batman
then
was
when-
really like last for him though. That's
It
why.
did, but remember the other movie where he lost all that weight? He was so
Yeah, he was skinny.
crazy.
Yeah.
What was that called?
Machinist?
Yeah, it was Machinist.
Actors
Yeah,
are crazy.
yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
They're like stars in
I don't think I have the willpower to do that.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so what happened this week? There's a lot of things I
Oh,
saw in the
weekend-
media
Oh,
this
Yeah,
week.
yeah,
we
it's
just
something
skipped
crazy.
over everybody else's weekend. It was
Oh
Sumie
yeah,
and
true
Driss.
that.
Oh,
True
all
that.
right,
True
all right, we
that.
can go back to yours.
We
lives
actually
too.
all was together Thursday.
did.
Thursday we were
night.
together. Oh,
Yeah,
we're going to
we-
include Thursday. Thursday we were together. Friday we were with Curtis too.
Yeah.
All right.
What did we do Friday?
I was
Bro,
with y'all.
Oh, no, we-
you
yeah,
guys,
yeah, we went-
me,
yeah,
Curtis,
we was
and
over
Bashir
Steps.
were together.
Oh,
yeah,
That was
that's
cool.
Friday?
Yeah,
That was Friday.
Saturday, you know,
Mishiku.
Shiku, that was Thursday.
That was Thursday.
That was good.
Yo,
It
Mashiku,
was
They got
good.
some good
Good
crab
ramen.
tacos.
Good ramen.
bro.
That shit was fire.
Best ramen in town.
I'll say this Saturday
ramen
was
sound?
Saturday was dope.
I chilled Saturday.
Yeah,
I
that's,
didn't do nothing.
I feel it, man. Hey, but we had a good time. We frequented. We switched it up this weekend. We frequented at a local gay bar.
Which one?
Oh no,
Details.
come on,
Details.
Driss, you know.
I was just testing you, bro. I was
Cut
just
the
testing.
check.
All right.
But
Cut the check.
That's
but
what
nah,
I want to hear.
It was cool. You know, drinks were strong. Good people, good times.
Like I said
was
earlier,
fun.
man, I gotta mature myself enough to go to a gay bar.
Nah, hey,
I
man,
really do gotta go. I do want to go.
It's live,
it's
bro.
cool.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's cool.
Gay bars have a lot more
They just
like
have nice people, bro.
Yeah.
That they seem extra nice.
It's
nice.
scary nice. Creepy nice.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
nice.
Yeah,
But it's not like scary nice as in like they're trying to get something.
No,
it's
no,
more
it's
like,
just like,
oh, I'm not
Oh
used
no,
to
they
people.
trying to get something.
Maybe, but
He said maybe.
I don't know.
What
I don't
happened,
know.
yo, what happened that last time?
what?
We were there before.
Yeah.
Like with a
Oh
couple months
yeah.
back,
No,
yeah.
what happened was I thought Bashir grabbed my ass trying to be funny, and I was like, bro, yo, chill. This ain't the place for that. He was like, what are you talking
I didn't
about?
touch it.
I'm like, bro, you just grabbed my
I
ass.
was like, my hands are here.
And I was like, wait, what? He's like, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I was started laughing.
And I was like, oh, dog, come
But
on.
like, he was like a ninja, bro. Because
Yeah,
I didn't know where he came from. I was
Yeah, bro.
standing right next to you.
That shit was.
Was he white or black?
I don't
We
know.
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know who it
was
was.
just a hand.
Yeah, and I was like,
Like the hand off of what's off that? Oh,
Super Smash Bros.
yeah.
but I mean, good times. But I don't know what Bashir ended up in a mansion late last night.
Yeah, bro. It was
Oh,
a
this
lot of white
nigga's lit.
people. It was a lot of white people.
This
Why you gotta
motherfucker's
say it like
lit.
that? What's
Because
wrong
there
with
was
that?
just a lot of white people.
Well, you feel uncomfortable?
You felt like a get out?
I felt like
Yeah.
I was being.
You was about to be
looked a lot.
auctioned.
Yeah, kind of. But I was just lit. And like the only other black nigga I was with left me. And I was like, it's
Oh,
like
no, I'm not
slowly.
doing that.
Yo,
I was
nigga.
like,
Hey, white
damn.
people looking at him like this is 100% prime Somali.
Oh,
And me,
100%, yeah.
Kosher. They looking at you kosher.
Raised in
They
New
like, we
York.
kosher.
all right, but yeah,
That's disgusting. But it was fun.
there was some dope shit that happened this week. Not dope as in like
Dope- yeah.
good, but I mean dope as in like
Good
there's a lot.
content.
There's a lot of
A lot of good shit.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we gotta touch on
Oh,
some
yeah,
things.
yeah.
So, let's touch on those things. Like,
Let's start it out light. Let's just go to Tyrese.
Yo,
Rose.
say,
Look, this
all right,
fool.
yeah.
you started off light. You mean dark?
Wait.
One of the dark skin homies, but yeah, Tyrese, bro. What the fuck?
Tyrese, bruh. I know you not listening to this, but you lame, bro.
Damn.
Nah, he got something wrong with
lame.
him. No, he got something wrong with him.
No, he doesn't.
Nah, I think he just
emotional.
lame.
He's just.
I thought it was a cry for help.
At 100%.
For anybody who don't know what happened, Tyrese is going through a custody battle with his baby mom and
He lost.
his daughter.
He lost. He said,
And, yeah, her name is Shayla. He make like Shayla Rocks hoodies and Shayla Rocks
Yeah.
t-shirts
That
and
is mad
standing in
unbelievable.
awkward places, smoking cigars, taking pictures in it.
Wait, he
looking
does that for real?
retarded. Yeah,
That's funny as fuck.
that's weird.
That's
weird.
I'm like, this dude is crazy.
He's
bro.
also the new face of the crying Jordan.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a cried in Jordan face,
Yeah,
bro.
I think
got that
so.
meme
Is
pulled
it
up?
is it time to
We
retire?
can make that. We got to make
Hold
that.
on. Is it time to retire the Jordan meme and replace it with Tyrese?
I haven't
Is that what
seen
it
it
is?
in a
I
minute.
think so. I
Nah,
think
that's
so.
classic though.
I
That's
haven't
classic,
seen
though.
it. I haven't
think
seen
so.
it in a minute.
See,
The
I think-
last place I seen the Jordan meme was on D Rose's knees.
See,
Oh,
That's the last place I remember seeing it, bro.
why?
He was in a wheelchair and he had Jordan faces on his knees, bro. That shit was
Jesus
hilarious,
That's
bro.
fucked up.
they tried to do it to Tom Brady.
You
They
can't do it
tried.
to the- bro.
They tried,
That's how you know Tom Brady's a goat.
bro. Yeah.
You can't break that man, bro. He a machine.
But no, I mean,
Fuck that
like I
nigga.
said, I think it's a real cry for help. I watched the video
think he
recently.
just lame.
You know, y'all were laughing. I'm like, damn, it's kind of hard to laugh
I just
at.
when
I
you
feel like that lame move made the situation just so unserious.
yeah, but how can you actually like record that?
Yeah.
replay that to yourself and
And
think like, yeah, I'm gonna post
Well,
it on
I also
Instagram.
think
Did he add a caption
Hell
to that?
no.
You think you rewatched it?
Did he add a
No.
caption?
I
He-
hope so. Like I would.
I think it
Anytime I
poses
make
a threat too. Like if you're in a custody
never thought
battle
about
and
the
you
route.
post that video, I mean, people are going
Yeah.
to question your stability, and they're not going to, grant you custody of your child.
Oh, I never thought about. What if
I mean,
he
they're not
did
going
that?
to.
But what if he did that for the custody?
How much is
What
he
do you
paying a
mean?
month? How much is
What
he
do you
paying
mean
for?
$13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
Yo, did y'all see the reaction video that Michael Blackson made? Though? Bro, this nigga Michael Blackson is hilarious.
Bro, Michael Blackson's one of the funniest dudes, bruh. In
He's
comedy,
so fucking
man.
funny, bro.
You know, that's it speaks to like the social media culture, bro. Like the fact that you thought it was a good idea to put yourself
That's
to
what I'm saying.
record
There's,
yourself.
that's something.
That's silly.
Something's
There's
wrong with
something
them.
up
Yeah,
there, bro. Like that's the internet is the last place I'm going if I'm
But you
feeling
gotta
overly
think though,
emotional.
like there's certain people who the internet is them. Like
That's
that's
their
what they
culture.
do.
True.
Everything. So they showing they happy, the down, the sad, the mad.
So-
he just one of
That's
them
true.
lame dudes who do it.
The
He's too
internet
old for that,
The
though.
internet is basically like their therapy.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Go get some
That is
professional
scary.
help.
Yeah, but I think what's worse is one of the things. What did he say in the video? Like, where are all my $1 billion friends and everything? I think
Yeah.
the worst was they all made reaction videos to it.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was
Like,
about
That's
to-
even
that's-
Like,
worse,
niggas clowned
bro.
him.
I was
This
really
bill-
about to
So
play.
why was he mad at The Rock?
I don't know.
I didn't get that
Nah,
part.
The Rock is about like the Fast and Furious
Well,
shit,
The
right?
Rock is coming out with a film.
He made a reaction
Well,
video.
Yeah, well, The Rock's coming out with a film.
No, he didn't make a reaction.
Yeah,
He
well,
made a response to him.
I can
Did he?
explain, guys.
Did he? I didn't see that. Is that the one where he's talking about his album?
Teach me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's standing like
Inform
outside
me.
in a trailer or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that
What
was to
happened?
that.
No, what it is he's mad at The Rock. because
Anyways,
The
I'm
Rock,
just joking. I was fucking with you. I was fucking with
The
you.
Rock is coming out with a film next year that pushed back production to the new Fast and Furious. That's why Tyrese is saying, "Yo,
Yeah.
I need my bread," because he's
Yeah.
going broke. And I don't know if I feel bad for you going broke when you got.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, come on,
Like, you're
dog.
not smart.
Man, that nigga got Sprinter vans with like 300 seats in them, bro.
Yeah, fuck that.
Tyrese got money.
Seen his house?
He got money. He got a Starbucks like in his
He's got a
backyard.
fucking Benihana's in his backyard, bro.
So I don't know if any of
You don't need a
insane,
Benihana's
bro.
in your backyard.
I know,
Bro,
but
that's
the
insane.
issue is, I think,
Wait,
like
what?
they live to
Why
such
you have
a
Benihana's in the backyard?
outrageous lifestyle that broke to them it means different. That you know what I mean? It's
Bro,
different.
damn,
Yeah,
I'm skipping down the street like,
it's like
saying, fuck
going
you.
from
Because it's like, think
Benihana's
about
to
like a
what,
rookie
PF Chang's?
NFL player that only makes $1 million. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing for that
Yeah,
lifestyle.
that's true.
So I think his version of broke, although we don't agree with it, I mean, is broke.
is, yeah.
It's broke in Hollywood. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Have any of you guys actually listened to? I'm about to play this shit really quick.
Go listen to what?
The Michael Blackson. I'm sorry. I know Sumie doesn't think it's funny, but I think it's fucking hilarious.
Watching your video about 10 times. Me and a few other dark-skinned niggas have decided to trade you. You are no longer considered dark-skinned. You did some really red-bone shit yesterday. Spoke to Akon, Don Cheadle, Gucci Man, and Wesley Snipes.
He's a Don
Cheadle.
Cheadle. Wesley.
For Drake and Steph Curry.
Right, that nigga's-
Good luck.
This
Bro, he's so fucking stupid, bro.
The fact that he brought up Don Cheadle is mad funny.
Yeah.
I fuck with Blackson, bro. That dude is funny.
Bro, who'd he trade?
You said he traded.
We got Drake and Steph.
Yes, Drake and Steph.
Damn, he traded him for
Yeah.
Drake and
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
No, I mean, I just.
Drake forever light skinned, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You can't.
Those
Drake is
Kentucky
forever.
pictures are hilarious. Anytime
Yeah,
you
them
see
shits is funny as
Well,
shit.
that's why I low key fuck with Drake as a personality.
He's a
though.
troll.
He's a
He's a
he
troll.
knows that it's gonna.
He
it's
is,
gonna
and he
get made
knows gonna
fun
get
of.
him money. He balling, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Drake ain't got to worry about nothing.
Yeah, before that SNL, I forgot he was an actor.
Yeah, bro. Drake can act.
He was an actor.
I don't know why he ain't been in a movie yet,
He's-
though.
I thought he was trying.
He's trying to get back.
The
thought he was
ESPN thing
If
with
T.I.
Will
can get
Ferrell,
in a movie, and I
fuck
fucking
with.
hate T.I. If T.I. can get in a
Whoa,
movie, bro.
whoa, hold on,
I
hold
was
on.
here for T.I., bro.
Why?
I used to like T.I. Rubber Band back in the day.
Yeah.
Urban.
Top back.
But this one now, bro, I don't like him, bro.
You don't like him
He
as
just-
a person?
Yeah, he
or-
just be making seem like everybody is beneath him. Like everybody is peasants. I'm smarter than all y'all. I don't
That's
like
true.
that shit,
Hey,
bro.
Rick, I see that.
Nick's
I don't
coming
like
on the
that
mic
shit.
real. Nick's coming on the mic real quick.
He's mad.
Bro, you're gonna hate on T.I., bro?
I don't fuck with T.I. right now,
Why
bro.
though?
Cause,
Just
bro,
give me a real reason.
he think he better than everybody.
Do you like TIP?
I fuck with Tip. I fuck with
Hey,
Tip. I don't
Sumie.
fuck with T.I. That was good.
Yo,
That was good.
Yo,
Yo.
T.I.'s vernacular is hilarious.
That's what
bro.
I'm saying, and it's stupid.
It's funny.
Well, it doesn't.
No,
he
it's not
uses
funny
words.
to me. I don't like it.
I will say this: he uses words that just don't make sense.
That's what I'm
the-
saying. And the
but he
context
context
always
of
he
his song.
says it like he's better than. Like
Yes.
I notice you don't.
Yeah,
I don't
pretty
like
much.
that
I mean,
shit, bro.
If
I
you're
don't
asking
like
me
it.
if I like his music now, I don't really care for it. But I will say,
Now,
I'm that
no.
dude.
no. But Paper Trail is one of the hardest
Paper
albums
Trail's
I've ever
fire.
heard in my
That's what I was
life.
about to
Fire.
say.
shit was
That's probably his
Paper
last. That's
Trail
it.
was fire.
That
That's
might be
it.
that might be
That's
the last
it.
album I think I really.
That's
we're not
it.
talking music yet.
Yeah, true.
Tyrese.
Thoughts on
I'm gonna
Tyrese?
vote lame. I do.
I think it's
Bullshit was a
definitely lame.
move.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
happy
it's
for
a lame,
him.
but I think it's a cry for help.
100%.
Like you can't be. There's no way you can be that lame.
I just think it was. I don't think it was really a call for help. I just think he was really desperate. He didn't know
That
what
too.
to do.
Him
What-
throwing out.
what-
And on
Really?
top of that, when he posted that picture of like him, The Rock, and Vin Diesel, and he was talking like, oh, me and Vin Diesel, we're best friends, but look at The Rock, he's standing to the side. We never liked him.
That's
blah,
petty.
blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you lame, bro.
Yeah, that's petty.
That's some female tendencies.
It's
Is that
very
bad?
female.
That's why we traded him.
You know what bugged me? What bugged me the most is him like, where are all my billionaire and millionaire friends? Like, why are they obligated to help you out? You're a grown ass man. Help yourself out. Go.
That nigga's just emotional.
Man, I
bro.
feel like when you that
he needs
old
help.
too. I mean, not to get too serious, but when you that old, bruh, you supposed to be established. A woman, y'all, they can get emotional. It's your job as the man to bring
got
them
daddy
back
issues.
down.
To reel them in.
Like, listen, we got a daughter. I know we ain't rocking. You got your own thing going on. I got my own thing going on with my girl, your dude. But we got to keep this shit 100% for her.
Yep.
You feel me?
That's a mature
agree.
And he
thing to
let
do.
that spin out of control, or this wouldn't be happening.
And you got to think, how old's his
He's
daughter?
spinning out of control.
Does anyone know how old his
Yeah,
daughter
bro.
is?
That's pretty
I'm
much what it
assuming
is, bro.
like less than 10. Like
I don't know.
1 to 10.
How old is she? Oh, I don't know.
Can we,
she's
can we
probably
look
like
that
10.
up? Can we
Yeah,
look that up?
probably.
Depending on her
Probably.
age, she's probably of school age, and her friends could see
She
that
definitely
shit.
looks up school.
Oh,
age.
well,
Okay, so her
That's what I'm
friends are
saying.
going
I'm
to see
going to
that.
school. Yeah,
come
and they
on.
social media babies.
Exactly, like their whole lives revolve around that.
Damn,
So-
I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
that's
I
what I'm
did
like.
not
You're
think
actually.
about
I
that,
was a
bro.
nice dude, bro.
Yeah, well,
She's 10 years old.
I was a nice
She's
guy,
10.
bro.
No.
He's thinking. He's
He
thinking about
thinks.
the emotion.
but she's
I
10
get
years
that.
old.
Yeah, she's
But
10.
So she's
he's,
old enough. Okay, enough about
Oh,
me.
yeah, my
She's
bad.
old
Yeah,
enough.
never
She's
mind.
old enough to go to school
Yeah.
and to have kids bringing up
Yeah,
this video.
That was so.
They
They probably
probably-
was laughing.
Think
Yeah.
about that nowadays, bro. Like, we didn't really have that when we was in high school.
We're
No, we
lucky.
didn't.
Bro, they can
it was
shove that shit
coming
in your
out.
face all
Yeah.
period,
Yeah,
every day,
bro.
bro. Like, look at your dad. Look at your... Bro, that's
the first
embarrassing,
the first
bro.
iPhone didn't drop until we were in high school. So the kids now, man, like
That's true. The
We
Razor
just had
was a
Facebook
thing,
back then.
bro.
yeah.
How do you feel about those kids that are becoming memes? Like, you know, they do something stupid or someone catches them on camera, them falling on their face, and now they're a meme.
For the rest of their lives.
yeah.
I mean, yo, shit.
I mean,
I mean, but
don't be.
it's so many of them. It just fades out. With
Watch
the
where you're
rest.
walking. And you won't become a meme. You know?
Like, sometimes I fear for my life. Like, I might end up a meme today, bro. Like, that's just terrifying.
That is
Most
hilarious,
terrifying.
man. I've never thought of that.
Bro, that's
You
a
ever thought
funny
of that?
skit for a dream,
That's
bro.
hilarious,
Like a
bro.
nightmare.
Look,
Being,
hey,
being
he wakes up
scared
like,
to
oh,
be
shit,
mean.
I
I'm
was
telling
a
you,
meme.
dog. I'm telling you, dog. The most terrifying thing right now is being around a 16-year-old kid, and you don't have the right
yeah.
fit on.
Yeah.
Or you got some-
Oh, my God.
They
bro.
were-
It's over for you,
That's
bro.
bro, that's funny,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. They,
You don't want
You
that
gotta,
smoke,
think,
bro.
you gotta think about their blazing skills, like riffing you has probably topped
Oh
the
my
charts.
God,
You
bro.
know we was
The
good.
evolution of,
but the evolution of riffing, bro.
Yeah, they might be killing you.
They probably
The
have burned
evolution
you,
of
bro.
riffing is
That'd be
mad
hilarious.
funny,
Hey,
bro.
write that
They will burn
down,
you.
bro.
What is
Definitely
this nigga
write that
writing
They
down.
will burn
Evolution
you,
of-
bro.
Oh, the evolution of riffing.
But
Look, man.
yeah, bro. What would you do? You just froze. You're like, damn, this little kid.
Yo, so
I
to
might
wrap
have to
up,
snuff a
to
little
wrap up
kid now.
Tyrese, though. To wrap up Tyrese.
He said got stuff for.
To wrap up Tyrese, we're just gonna say that chalk it up to him.
I hope he gets help.
Is it an attention? Is it an attention thing or is it a mental health thing?
I think it's an attention, straight attention.
I think it's mental health.
I think it's just him hitting a breaking point, honestly. I think it's just
Yeah,
him.
just feeling
literally
like trapped in a corner.
Yeah. and
Yeah.
that
What do you
was his
say?
outlet.
Spinning out of control, bro.
spinning out of control.
All right. Well, let's touch on another topic. And speaking of touching,
one is gonna get
Kevin
serious.
Spacey.
Hey.
Bro.
Yeah, there
We
you
can
go.
keep this
Thank
funny,
you.
or we
Gotcha.
can get serious with this one. This one can go either
Oh,
way.
jokes are gonna fly. But this is also
my
this is
nigga-
discussed. First off, Kevin Spacey is an amazing actor.
Yo.
That's
Super
so
talented.
Oh,
Super
American
talent.
Beauty was foreshadowing. By the way,
You know what? I
Bro,
haven't
he
seen that.
creepy,
I have
bro.
not seen it. Y'all about to chop my head off.
Whoa,
I have not seen it.
great
Bro,
film,
you love
but-
movies.
I know, and I haven't
I'll
seen
ru-
it.
hey,
Come
can I
on.
ruin it for you?
No,
No.
nah, don't
I'm
be
gonna
that
watch
nigga.
it this week. I promise I'm
watch
gonna
it.
watch it
Watch
this
it.
week.
Bro,
You'll
he's
be
just
like,
I'm
creepy,
gonna watch
bro.
it this week.
You watch it. It's a lot of
I'm gonna watch it this
foreshadowing.
week.
I'm
All
not
right, I'm
surprised.
gonna watch it this week.
But you know, my thing with Kevin Spacey is just like, how are you gonna say, "Oh, I just kind of forgot"? You know, if
Yeah,
that did
bro.
happen,
You don't give a
I
fuck,
apologize,
bro.
and then I'm just gonna throw the whole gay thing out there afterwards.
I mean, I'm not going.
That's a
I'm
PR
not saying that
stunt.
I'm on his side, but
that's
if that
PR
shit happened
stunt.
20 years ago, 30 years ago, that man's.
I think you can
60 years old.
bury like memories though
Hell
that are very
yeah. After
horrific.
all the
I
stuff
mean, you
they
can't,
probably
and
go
I don't
through.
agree with it, but I do think
That's
that
true.
that was so long ago. I think he just felt he was immune to it ever surfacing.
But that's huge.
I don't
That's
think
something, that's something huge to
Oh my
like
God.
bury.
Yo,
That's a
dog.
cold
Yo,
case.
That's
so-
not like you just did it. Oh.
Facts
This
over
is
here.
really crazy. So I guess there was way more than just one person.
Of course, hey, I was gonna
Boys?
make, bro. I was
Boys.
just going to make that point. If he genuinely forgot about the whole him touching that kid in 1986, I believe was the year when he did that. So if he genuinely
1986.
Yeah, well, my thing is, if he forgot about that, that means he did that to other boys. Because you don't just forget
that's not
about
one.
touching a
Yeah,
kid.
true that.
So like,
I think
to
if
what
you touch
Driss
a
Probably
kid-
said it to multiple.
that's what I'm saying,
Bro,
And
when
that's
it comes
what
to
Driss- that's
charges
what
like
comes
that,
at.
I believe you've done it more than once. It wasn't your first
Absolutely,
time.
especially
How-
by his reaction.
How do y'all feel about him using the whole gay thing as a way to be like, well, this is a great time to come out and be?
That's
Wait,
his,
so now he's
PR
gay?
manager, bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, we knew he was gay, but I'm saying like him coming out now and saying,
It's
well,
his PR nigga, bro. They told him they had to do that.
but that's just a whole like, come on.
This
That
nigga don't
doesn't
give a
make
fuck,
him better.
bro.
That just makes you more guilty. Like, okay, he definitely didn't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, that shit is wild to me.
That's
bro.
a cold case. That's
Oh yeah,
dark.
I mean, yeah.
That's dark, man.
I-
So how old was he when he was doing this?
He was probably in his late
Yo,
20s.
so let me go through this.
Damn.
What I'm
I
saying
could
right
not
now.
imagine being 20 and being wanting to like
So, I
do
guess-
that, bro.
Hold on, are you saying the older you get, you would want to do it?
No, I'm just saying.
We give him
I don't know,
like
but
in
it's
my
like,
20s,
bro,
like,
right
doing
now
that.
he thinking about like, I can go for some boys tonight.
Well, I was gonna, Driss, I know you had
damn.
something to say, but I was just gonna really quickly highlight Victor. I think the scary part about people who go through that is, can you imagine the kid that he assaulted? I mean, the sexual, how much it stunted him
trauma.
sexually.
Yeah, the
I
trauma
mean, these
is
kids
probably
don't grow up
crazy.
feeling like, it's comfortable for them to feel comfortable with their sexuality.
So Sumie, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just joking. I'm not trying to be Kanye, but so when you say he groped him, what does that mean? Just like he grinded on him, or he?
No,
Grown
I mean, it's-
sexual imposition, that stuff goes in like so many different ways and orders and
Grabbing.
Like,
or-
yeah, grabbing,
him, like,
fondling.
Hey, just grabbed him by the dick, like, hey, come here a little bit.
Well, that's a mental,
fucking
that's
crazy.
a flat out mental disorder for you to be a grown man attracted to a teenage
Man, I watched
boy
this
like
documentary though on like
Pedophiles?
No, I don't think it was that. I can't remember, but it was like these.
What, my nigga?
It was like it was pedophiles. It was these.
You just let that happen. Why are you gonna let that happen? What?
Bro, these pedophiles, bro, it was like a couple of them just saying like, y'all gonna have to kill me because I can't stop thinking like this.
Bro, lock him up. Look, I think there's a genetic, or not a genetic, but like there's a.
But what is locking them up? Are you living?
No, they're about to get killed in jail. But
That too.
back in ancient Rome, that was a thing.
That was a thing,
Oh
bro.
yeah, like
That
Socrates.
was
Yo,
a thing.
Socrates is
Easy.
grabbing little niggas.
That's
I mean,
literally a
you're-
thing.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
favorite artist,
bro.
hey,
You
yo,
also gotta-
Michelangelo
But,
is
I mean,
like
these dudes were
touching
living
little
to
boys.
be like 31 back then. So
That's true.
They didn't.
Yeah.
I don't.
They
I
was
don't
living
think.
like fast.
I don't think it's an excuse.
Well, I'm
but it's
saying,
just like, it's
I'm
just
saying like
different.
it happened.
It was
I
more
think
accepting back
in
then,
Greece
too.
it happened with like it's basically like an internship. Yeah, so you would live with like the rich ass niggas, and they would
They want
like,
that
Oh, yeah,
young.
no,
They
no.
want that
Yeah,
young.
they would.
meat.
Fuck
And
you. Like-
those times during,
Fuck you.
no, during that time period,
No, that's-
they were fucking boys left and right.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't give a fuck.
They had their own club. I forgot what that shit.
But fuck Kevin
That's
Spacey,
crazy.
man.
Niggas
I
go
fuck
and
with
just
it. I
fuck
fuck
little
with his acting now. But just
We don't
thinking
have-
of what that dude had to go through, like Sumie was saying earlier, just the stunting and the trauma that you have to go through and live through with that,
Yo,
man.
and you see that nigga on like Netflix.
Yeah, bro.
Like you just saying that, like, yo, this nigga touched me.
Oh, they took
Like,
House
I
of
want to know
Cards
that
off.
dude watches Netflix. You
They
think,
That'd be
took House of
crazy.
yo, you
Cards
think he
off
likes
of
House of
Netflix.
Cards?
He probably
Damn, I never
probably
even thought about
does.
that.
He
But
probably
like,
did.
okay, but
It's
you know
probably
what's
like a
so
twisted like
Like-
mindset.
Okay,
kind
so
of thing.
I'm not going to give a spoiler, but it's so ironic because American Beauty is a story of. I'm not. It's not a spoiler. I promise.
This
It's-
nigga,
Plug my ear- I was ready to plug my ears.
if you were to look up the summary, you'd easily find it. But it's the story of him as a dad falling for his teenage daughter's best friend,
Yeah.
sexually attracted to her.
and he was too good at it. He was too good at it. That's what it was.
The
That's why I'm not
performance
surprised.
was-
Seen it.
I mean, you could see him going through an
I might have
internal
seen
struggle. Like she's a minor, I'm an adult
What is it, the
married
rose
man.
petals? Is that the-
rose? When he
is it-
envisions her, the
Yeah, you
cover is
remember
her
that?
I
falling
think I
into
did
rose petals.
see
Remember that?
this.
So if you think about it, that's the story of him trying
think I
to,
did.
subvert. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
creepy to think about that was a movie
Yeah,
that
him reading the
reflects.
script, he was just like, "Ooh,
He's like,
this
I got
is,
this down.
I kinda
Nah.
like, yeah,
He
like
saw
I
it,
got
like,
this."
Oh, I got
I mean,
this.
this is why
Don't
we all
worry.
looked at that performance. We were like, damn, that shit was incredible.
like too good.
And then now it's like, oh, that was real life.
Yeah.
yeah.
Except for, I mean, yeah, no,
That's
I mean,
crazy,
I won't
bro.
give. If you haven't seen it, we won't give the ending away. But
You haven't
I mean,
seen it, watch it. Yo, y'all late.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, the movie came out in
like,
98.
if you get
like,
spoiled, it's your fault.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I just haven't seen it in so long. And I also watched this thing talking about
Bro.
like girls who have like high pitched voices and like act super immature, like they've been molested. They say when you get molested at a certain age, you stay stuck at that age.
yeah, I heard about that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like so if
Like
you 8 years
maturity-wise.
old, you get molested, like they don't know how to it was so stunting to them when they're 20 years old. They still got tendencies from being 8, so their voices are super high. They're like super immature in some things. Like sex is like too much for them to
That's
handle.
weird.
Wow.
Yeah,
I can see
man.
that. Being
Yo,
It's like
is-
real psychological shit, bro.
This
These
is
are
super,
psychological
super,
shit.
super random, and this is off topic. We can jump back to this, I promise. But did you notice that Kevin Spacey looks like John Cusack?
Damn,
Who
bro.
is that?
John Cusack.
Bro,
Which
you
one
know
is that?
Serendipity, nigga. Y'all haven't seen Serendipity?
Oh shit, he do.
He does look like the
That's
guy.
what the fuck movie did he play on?
What was that? Room. That's another scary movie. Room.
What is it?
1408.
1408. Yeah, he was
That movie was
awesome in that
trippy.
movie,
Yo,
bro.
that was trippy.
That was a good ass
That was a
movie.
trippy
That was the
movie.
hotel
I
room.
haven't seen it. I want to see.
That movie
I
was
don't wanna
good,
do-
bro.
I
Yo,
don't
write
wanna
that down.
divert-
I gotta watch that.
I don't want to divert too much,
Yeah,
but
yeah, true that.
what's just going on with Hollywood? Like the Brett Ratner is coming out, he's touching women,
Yo,
he's
it's
Bro,
just-
harassing women.
I feel like Hollywood is just a fallacy, bro. Like
But this
everything
this
there
is
is
what pisses
just,
me off because it's supposed to be the most like forward-thinking part of our society. They're really influential, or not influential, but they are influential. But they're
Yeah.
like progressive and whatnot. But yet y'all treating women like shit. Like this is crazy to me.
Well, you know what's funny? So SNL did a skit. It was one of the most recent episodes, and it was talking about they basically characterized Viola Davis, a girl from How to Get Away with Murder, and I cannot remember her name, but the girl from Batman, the one Bane,
Anne Hathaway?
main
Anne
bad
Hathaway.
actress,
Anne Hathaway?
and then an older one. And the ironic
white
part
girl?
was Kate. Well, she's French, but Kate
Anne Hathaway?
McKinnon played an older
What are you
actress.
talking about?
And it's so interesting because the whole episode
I
is
know.
Adie Bryant, who's another SNL cast member. She's interviewing all 3 women, and Kate McKinnon plays an old actress who normalizes sexual harassment in old Hollywood. But then the younger actresses are the ones that are very, no, it's not right, it's not okay. And I think it's because as a society, we're getting more, I mean, not when I say more sensitive in a correct way, I mean, sexual harassment is never allowed, but we're becoming more sensitive to those topics.
That's like,
We're
hey,
definitely
is this
protesting
weird?
against
I
them more.
could compare it to what you said about the shootings, bro.
Yeah, we're desensitized.
Yeah.
desensitized.
They were always there,
Yeah.
but
There's
it's
another
just they're
shooting
more
today.
of
Yeah.
any like hate crimes.
Yeah.
Hate crimes are a lot more recognized now, but they were always there. There was a period where we
And social media
didn't
has
have
like
it
a
for
part
a while,
that.
but
Yeah.
it just wasn't
That was just
highlighted
part.
on.
I mean, there's good.
Yeah, we
things
see it
about
a
things.
lot. That's why.
You read the book,
that's kind of crazy.
book?
The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh, yeah,
they,
that
they
shit-
had a whole
Oh, yeah, I
chapter
gotta
on that
read
shit.
that.
I haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished it yet.
I
Really
got,
good.
yeah, I gotta read
Oh,
that.
no, I
one.
did see it.
That
I
was
read- I
on
remember that
Brilliant
part.
Idiots. That was a
That's a
read
good book.
that they
That's
were
a
saying.
good, bro.
It's kind of crazy that like y'all was talking
I
about
saw
the
you reading that.
desensitizing thing. Like we look more at a hate crime like the more than like
The
shootings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Like,
Like,
people
I'm
Like,
taking
you
a
look at
life.
shootings like
people-
another one.
Oh my god!
shit.
Oh my
Damn.
god!
Oh, I think someone's car blew up, bro. Someone's car had to blow up, bro.
Damn, that shit was crazy. Nah,
Bro.
leave that in. Leave that in.
Yo.
that was the loudest thunder
We
shook.
just had the craziest thunder.
Yo,
shit.
that
I think
fucked
like
up
that
my
shit was
systems though.
crazy,
I
bro.
think
I
it's
think-
recording.
I think.
It fried everything?
No, it's still working.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Okay, y'all. Thunder just struck.
That sound like that shit. That shit
Bro, I'm
knocked
too
on
high
fire
for this,
alarms.
bro. I'm too high for
Yo.
this. Nah, dog.
Yo,
My body
uh,
shook, dog.
Is
Sorry,
everything?
we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Boom. Yo, I am sorry about that brief interruption. We just had some crazy thunder. There's a storm going on right now.
Super
Yeah, and
wild.
then knocked out dang near everything.
But-
Yeah,
Yo.
but back to what we were
Including our
talking about,
souls.
though. Back to what we were talking about. Yeah, people care more about schools, or people care more about frivolous bullshit. What-
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Mass shootings
Mass
over like hate
shootings
crimes.
over hate crimes.
What
Well, no, people care more
word was
about
that.
people-
Frivolous?
And I think that's because
Never
it's,
heard the word
I like it.
frivolous.
I like
I
it.
think it's
Yeah.
because it's
I've heard
more.
it.
I think it's because it's more singular. Like it's more it's one on one a hate crime versus a shooting that just groups
Well, that's
everybody.
one- yeah. Well, no, people, because
You can care
I
more
think-
about one person. I can care more about one Driss versus a thousand.
because you can
Driss,
relate
feel
to
me?
it. Like
Yeah.
if it's a hate crime
1,000
against
Brads.
if it's a hate crime against a black
What's wrong with
person,
1,000 dresses, Sumie? Damn.
if it's a hate crime
That's
around
some
black
Rick and Morty
people,
shit.
if it's a
Yeah.
hate crime around black people, you could relate to that. But if it's a mass shooting, that's a bunch of people. You're like, oh well, shit happened.
I don't want to sound racist, but do black people really like? Do we see hate crime? Like, do we call it hate
Bro.
crimes?
No, we just call it
Fighting.
police- Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, what'd he do? He
Brutality.
grabbed my ass. Oh, you knocked him out, right? Like,
Yeah,
oh
that's
yeah,
not
a- yeah.
oh done.
I think we definitely recognize it. We
Well,
definitely
hate crime
recognize
is targeting a specific group. So, like, gender, anything with sexuality. So, like, gay hate crime, racist hate crime.
But
Those
As
are
far
the
as
type-
black people, we don't say that.
we don't.
What do you
Like
guys
if you
usually-
punch a gay dude, we just like, what do you do? Like we don't.
Yeah. Well, because I
don't
think
really
as
care,
I think
like-
in general as culture, like white people
Yeah.
normally categorize everything as a
As a
hate
hate-
crime when
yeah.
it's something
I feel like
that's
that's just
against
from
a
that
certain
culture.
But the
group
fucked
of
up part
people.
about that is that everything could be categorized as a hate crime.
Facts.
True that, everything.
Everything.
Something you
the
hate
only
is a
reason-
crime. Isn't it a crime?
Literally
of something
everything
you
on
hate?
every action that you take can be a hate crime.
Yes.
I give my
If they
pencil to
wanna
Sumie,
spend-
but not
Bro,
you.
hey, is it
It's
a-
like,
yo.
oh, you hating again?
Is this weird that
Nah, it doesn't really work
if
like that,
any
guys.
shooting or if any shooting or like terrorist attack or anything happens, I pray that the dude's not
Say
Muslim.
with this hat, man.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like it's
bro,
like
absolutely.
it's
I'm
like
just
when
like, please.
It's like when you hear about a robbing that results
Who's
in
the
a
shooter?
shooting.
Like the
it's
DC shooter? Was he
like-
black?
I don't know.
No, he was white.
No,
Oh,
actually,
there's another shooter. There's
Wasn't
another
there a
shooter,
shooting
niggas
that
like,
happened today?
Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, there was a,
No,
there was
no,
a
no.
shooting.
Oh, is that the same shit?
Well, there's too many conversations
that
going on.
Wasn't there a shooting that happened
There
today?
was a
Yeah.
shooting, bro. I remember back in the day.
Yeah,
there
what was
a-
that shooting that happened
Yeah.
today?
Oh, today, the San
Yeah.
Antonio thing.
Yeah,
Nick,
Oh, really?
Nick is our inside
I don't know
analyst on
nothing
the
about it. I didn't hear
San
nothing
Antonio
about
shooting.
it.
It happened a few hours
Here we
ago.
go.
All right. So in San Antonio today, I don't know the whole story.
You sound like a news reporter.
Yeah, it's-
San Antonio today.
That is hilarious. Right?
It was at a church apparently, and the sheriff
They
says
shot at another church.
that they shot up a church. 20 were dead, and the sheriff said that
What kind of church? I'm sorry.
I don't know. It doesn't say really.
Damn. He doesn't say here.
Damn.
Curtis wants the facts.
But the gunman was shot dead after
Black
in
dude,
a
white
chase.
Do we know who? We don't know who the
Sheriff
gunman
says
is.
no.
See,
You don't know the race?
Well, no. People naturally think that way, though.
Oh, he's like, I hope
might
this
have
nigga
a
wasn't
little
black.
bit more.
Yeah.
I hope he wasn't black.
See, every black nigga says that.
I hope
And
he
as a
wasn't.
Muslim, every Muslim like, yo, I hope this nigga wasn't like Muslim, bro.
Well, that goes
I was
back
a
to the
Baptist
whole.
church.
I know, but that goes back to the whole. What do you call terrorism? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because the whole controversy with the Vegas shooting was that was an act of terrorism,
Jeez.
and he didn't call it terrorist because it wasn't a Muslim
Yeah.
man.
Nah,
All right, can I?
No,
Do
the
you guys want to
media-
hear? Do you guys want to hear my theory with
Oh,
that?
the deep dive with Alpha. Go
I,
ahead.
okay, I don't think it's terrorism because in order for it to be terrorism, there has to be a political motive behind it. I think the dude
terrorism-
went rogue.
So now it's okay.
I mean, no, we gotta have, we gotta.
It's a
Words
country
mean
thing. Yeah.
words mean words. So
I
if-
thought terrorism was evoking
you-
fear or
well,
terror.
no,
Isn't
it's,
that
that's,
technically
that's
what
just
it is?
That's just inciting panic. Terrorism is there's
All right,
a political
I got the
motive behind.
I got
it.
the full
That's the
story on
difference.
this.
So they wouldn't
So,
call
like,
it terrorist.
Timothy McVeigh-
They wouldn't call it terrorist.
Yeah, Timothy
Because it's
McVeigh.
in their country.
Timothy McVeigh was a terrorist because he had a political motive against it. He
Okay.
hated the
So-
government.
So
This
what about
guy's just
somebody
shooting, going rogue?
This is specifically for Alpha because I feel like he knows that. What about, like the opposite of Eric Snowden, somebody who like fucks up
Well,
the
he's
whole
just a
system.
sellout. He's just a
No,
sellout.
I'm saying somebody the opposite of him who like
What do you mean?
fucks up the whole system. Is that they call them terrorists though, right?
Well, no,
You're
Eric's
voting on
a
the-
cyber terrorist?
Yeah,
Snowden,
cyber terrorist.
Snowden
Yeah,
was
that's the thing.
just a traitor. Like it's kind of the same thing with the Manafort dude. I don't want to get into politics.
But if they don't get into, but that's what I'm asking. Like if they not political about it and they just want to fucking fuck up the credit card debt.
Snowden started leaking shit in
Yeah,
order.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
what he did, some people like it because
It's a motive thing?
he showed the fuck shit that was going on in the
Yeah.
American government. But it's still
That's a good movie.
it's
Have
still-
y'all seen that?
I haven't seen the movie.
It's-
I just
it's
I
I think
know
I've seen
who
that
he
movie.
It's
is.
good.
Oh, what's his
But-
name?
What's the word?
For
Treasonous. He's
500
being
Days of
treasonous.
Summer?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
yep.
in Inception or whatever, right?
No, he wasn't in Inception.
That nigga, that's not the Snowden nigga?
No, I don't think
Who's the
he was in
Snowden
Inception. I
Talking
don't
about
know
Snow
what
in the
movie
Blood?
he was in.
You talking about movie or you
I
talking
thought
about
we were
book?
talking about Kevin
No, the
Spacey.
movie.
You talking about Snow
Yeah,
in the
I'm trying to
Blood?
figure out the movie.
Snow in the Blood. That nigga's name was
Yo, that's a
Curtis,
scary
bro.
movie, yo.
Niggas,
That nigga-
bro,
these
Snowden
niggas are
was,
real.
Bro, Snowden Bluff was just
But
shit.
that's
bro.
a great movie.
Hold on, you know who we
Netflix.
brought up because I think this will go into our next topic. How we talked about the Vegas shooter, and then maybe we
Yeah.
don't know too much about this dude right here, but mental health. I don't feel bad for the. Obviously, I'm not trying to condone or feel bad for the Vegas guy or this shooter. We don't know much
Yeah.
about
Or
him.
empathize with him. or
Yeah,
some
there you
shit.
go. Empathy,
Yeah.
but like, there's something that goes
no, this
off.
is-
There's something they're wired.
Bro,
differently.
I call taste buds.
and-
I call taste buds, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let me put this together.
Sure.
Hold on. Can we? What
I
the
got
fuck
you.
did
Let
you
me.
just say?
I got you.
Taste
I call
buds.
taste
Let him
buds.
explain.
Yeah, let him
I want to
get
hear
it
this.
out.
I wanna hear
Right on
this.
the back.
Say
you said
you
taste
hate
buds, too.
Reese cups.
All right, I do hate Reese cups.
Wow. See, look,
You're
we're gonna have this
crazy.
conversation.
Oh, yeah, we had
But
this convo.
I stopped myself and I'm like, yo, you have different taste buds than me. Now, put that in thinking. This nigga was probably thinking like, this is life. I have to do this. In his brain.
Yeah, You know what? I fuck
He
with you for
validated.
saying
It's
that.
like it was
That's
valid
real.
in his
That's real.
brain.
That's
That's
some
real.
hot shit,
And
but it
that's
makes a
fucking
lot of
scary.
sense.
Makes a lot of
That's
sense.
scary. No, that's why I said the world's
But
scary.
that's what I was saying about the molester people. They was like, listen, I'm
this is the
locked
thing.
in. I'm
Yeah.
not changing.
But
I
you know-
like little girls and boys.
But
Yeah,
that also
I'm
comes
not
back to
changing.
what
That's
happened
it.
in their life for them to have
Yeah.
those. But let me ask
Hurt
you guys
people
this.
hurt people, man.
It's scary.
Do you guys, okay, so do you know Mental Health Awareness Week, which is
In
the
October?
first week of October?
Wasn't yeah.
Yo,
Do you know
October's the
what it
best
is
month
for?
ever.
It's to recognize that mental health awareness is a physical illness. That's where people battle with it and don't believe it is. It's a physical illness.
And I believe I wholeheartedly know that it is. It's physical, it's mental, all that. Because I have a real close people in my family who have mental health issues. And on top of that, it just you see a lot more of it growing up in the hood because there's no health
No
care,
help
there's no
for it.
money, there's
Yeah.
so like it's normal. I don't like to talk about it all the time, but I'm from the hood. So I see like when I see somebody walking around like talking to themselves with no shoes on in the street, I just look over casually like, oh, like he tweaking, and I just finished driving. But that's because we so used to seeing it. But that's a real mental health thing that they just let people walk around.
So that
Yeah.
speaks to what goes on in some of these inner city places. Like a lot of these people,
They don't have help.
they need the help.
They don't have
That's
it.
kind of a problem with the black community. I'll say that they don't search
Yes, bro.
like the therapy thing.
Yeah.
That like
That's a culture thing too.
It is
I
a
was about to,
culture
But,
like,
but you know what?
It's-
To
it's
stay
more
on-
than black.
to stay on
Yeah,
Alpha's
too.
top. Yeah, I think really it's
Goes
a
into-
like a lot of black, bro.
I feel like
because
yo,
growing up we don't be having shit, so it's like, listen, get your shit together because we ain't got much.
Yeah.
So if you going crazy, I ain't got time to be trying to take
you don't
care
realize that your situation is that bad.
Bad.
You
Yeah, when
think
you're
that's
in the middle
normal.
of it,
you
yeah.
think it's normal, but then
Yeah.
you grow up and you realize, oh, this isn't normal.
of you. Yeah, definitely.
Well, and to kind of go off of what you were saying, like it's more normalized in certain cultures, but I feel like not to backtrack from last week's topic with foreign parents, I feel like in a foreign community, it's just not accepted.
That's
They
what I was
will
about to say.
not-
I was
they
about
do
to get
not
into
really
this.
want
see
to-
it from foreigners.
They
Like-
do not want to accept, because when I hear stories of extended family and I hear, yeah, you know, they just went
They
crazy,
talk
and I
down.
just hear, yeah, they talk
talk
down, and
down
I was
on
like,
it.
well, what happened? They're like, oh, you know, just typical abusive husband, abusive dad. I'm like, that's not something you
Like,
say is
I-
typical. I'm
yo,
just sitting there like, there's
when
a
I'm-
reason.
When I
they
moved
went that way.
to Ohio, actually I ain't gonna talk about it like that. But it was something like I know people in my family that growing up, I just thought, yo, they don't
just weird.
they don't bring that kid around because he's just weird,
Yeah.
you know. And they like shun them, like stop playing with them, come over here, or get away from him, stop doing that. You know, it's like be normal.
So we don't grow up with that.
yeah,
we
you-
grow up
yeah.
with
Like
the
I remember niggas
with
like
the,
parents saying, "Be normal,
Yeah,
relax."
and
What's
that's
wrong with you?
horrible. That's
We-
horrible.
we
As
kinda
a kid,
gr-
I was like, "Yo, nigga, relax." Well, yeah, what's
like
wrong
we
with you?
kind of grow up with that though. Like when you're in the hood, bro, you kind of grow up like everybody knows like, oh, that's Kurt's cousin. He's kind of slow, but he's still with the crew.
You know, it was
Like
funny.
we just kind of accept it.
you know, it was funny. I was
Yeah.
recently
Till he
watching.
older and
I was
he really
watching this
crazy.
interview.
I think it's better now. Though.
I want to give credit to
It's
where
getting better.
I want to
Yeah.
give credit to where credit's due, but I can't think of where I saw this at. But there's this dude who was talking about how men all have to bottle up a lot of things, and men have to
Definitely.
bottle up all
Not
of these
Tyrese.
things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, I think-
and I think,
yeah, I think
and,
it's
and,
pop.
and honestly, and
is pop.
that's why I kind of didn't want to laugh at Tyrese, but then I'm
It's funny still.
yeah, it's still kind of funny, but
What
like,
he said 13. How much?
13,000 a month.
yeah, but like
What do you
for
want
girls,
from me?
for girls,
That's
they-
hilarious.
girls have these nights where they talk about things and they come together and they express their emotions.
And
Dudes
I'm so
don't do that.
wholeheartedly
Yo,
with
I
that, bro.
don't like- yeah,
I love
mean,
my coworker.
I'm
guys don't do
wholeheartedly
that,
with
but
that,
girls
bro.
should do that.
Yo, my coworker, I love her. She was like, "Yo, I go home. First of all, she's a really white. She vacuums her bed, but I love her. I
people
love
do
her.
that?
Hold on.
We're not. No, we're
no,
not.
no. I'm saying,
okay,
yo,
okay.
She goes.
We're coming
she's
back
like-
to this.
No,
though.
no. Yo, she always says, "I need today." Like rather than I'm gonna go work out, she's like, "I think I'm gonna cry in the shower later today," and I'm like,
I've
"Get your
done
emotion
that.
down.
I've
Go
done
ahead."
that because I
Y'all
think
schedule it?
Yeah, like she schedules it.
it's not even a
Like-
schedule. It's like something at work might happen, and I've literally
I think I
texted
need
Driss
it.
like, I'm gonna go home and I'm just gonna cry for like a half hour.
How do y'all turn it up?
That's
How do y'all turn it
weird.
on though?
It's not turning it. It's when you bottle it up. When you bottle it in for so
How do you
long,
let it
know.
out?
I got you.
You
Hey,
just
Curtis,
you know.
Curtis,
you
I
come
got
home
you.
and you're like,
It's
I'm
like, yo,
alone.
You at work, you have like that final hour left at work, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta take a shit. I'm gonna wait for my crib because I'm gonna take a shower right after."
Yeah, I guess that's the best way to.
Is that what it
describe
is?
Yeah.
Really?
It's like,
I mean,
yeah,
like-
I wish I
not
could
me.
control.
But it's
Oh, I
also the
control my-
difference between
I mean,
being
your
in
sphincter
tune with
muscles.
it. But
Oh, I mean, trust
that
me, I
just
already
also
know. I
goes
know
back
not
to
to
the
worry
whole
about shit,
like
and I'm
girls.
I feel like I would need like a booster, like a movie to jump start or something. Like
That's
y'all can
weird,
just
yeah.
like
No,
sit
it's-
in one spot, cool, and be like, all right, time to cry.
Okay, you have to realize this as
Girls
a
are funny.
as a gender,
They're
I
funny.
guess,
You
or
don't
as
say
a
that, bro.
you know.
No, girls
when
are
you're-
funny.
But when you're a girl, you're so emotional so much that you just know when the right time to release it is. Versus when I'm at work,
This is
there's so
crazy.
many
I've never
times where I
heard
just
this.
want to
Yeah,
break
bro.
down, but I don't, and I'll play off the whole day normal. I'll even text Driss normal the whole day.
Yeah.
I come home and sometimes I'm just at the front door and I just want to burst into tears and I walk in. But girls also have this thing
Yeah,
where like
girls are
you
so
know,
emotional.
Cassie's
you
back
know.
here just like, yes.
Yeah, and you know,
Speak,
it's like
sister.
she had a rough day. But there's other like she had a rough day. You come in and you notice like puffy eyes, but then you just look at them like, I know something pretty big happened, something bad happened for you to cry. You go through the phase and you let it out. But that also goes through like certain people when they cry or act a certain way. You don't know where someone's been, what they've done, what kind of issues they've grown up with.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to understand people coming from a mental health standpoint because insecurity
tied
comes
that.
from what did you grow up with in family? I mean, one thing I was never allowed to complain about is how I look or my body weight or anything like that. My parents refused to hear about it because they were so worried. Are you going to become bulimic? Are you going to become anorexic? They never talked to me to sit me down. That's the issue of foreign parents. They never sat me down to understand. You have to understand inner beauty. I had to figure that out on my own.
That's so real.
And
It's like
because
an
they don't-
aggressive parenting style.
It
Like
is.
it's just like, yo, just listen to what I'm saying and just do
From
that.
the outside looking in on foreign parents, like I feel like y'all don't like the parents don't worry about nothing but like
How we
get
look.
through school,
Yep.
get some
no,
money,
yeah,
Bro,
like that's it.
all they
That's
care
literally-
about.
That's all they care about. They don't care about.
Because they think about it, they came to this country thinking that
Yeah.
like this is the place to be someone. I'm gonna come here.
Yeah,
But
You
this
know?
is hey,
like my mom. I'm a second generation.
so the ambition is just
it's
different.
like that's what they're instilled with.
to what
Yeah.
Sumie was saying. The fact that girls can let that shit out though is why they live longer because they
fact.
get it out. I mean, you even look at
And
women
women
are
are
that's
smarter.
stress.
What's the
Yo,
whole
women
thing?
are
That's
smarter than
stress.
us.
That's why their skin is better than ours too.
women
as a
are
whole,
because they
smarter.
get salt.
All right,
They-
I'll-
you're not
I'll-
getting
Oh,
salt
Alpha,
off
hit me
your
with this.
body.
Hit
No,
me.
I-
Hold
I'll-
on. Alpha, hit me with this. Women are not smarter than men.
in certain hold on. In certain aspects,
In certain
yes.
aspects.
Yes,
No,
but
this
I'm not.
man
Gonna,
should
I'm
be the
not.
plus
Not,
yeah.
not to go
females.
against
Yeah,
women,
look.
but are women more rational than men?
Exactly.
No,
That's
no,
my point.
okay,
And that's my
no.
point. And that's literally the
That
point I was
might
trying
be
to
a
make.
thing,
There's
though.
certain things I don't like generalizing whole groups of people.
I don't
anyway,
either, yeah,
Because there's some
yeah.
dudes that are dumbasses.
Nigga,
and
that's
shit.
how you
true.
get the girls, bro. You just say y'all smarter than us.
But
I'm not, that's not how you get the girls. I will
understand
never.
this.
I'm
There
not
are-
gonna
believe
lie.
that. I'm
Yeah, I'm
born
not gonna
with all
lie to a
girls.
chick.
Girls are
just to-
smarter.
Okay, no.
No.
Let me back.
Yeah, they have.
I think
guess-
they're better at doing certain things,
Okay,
and we're
you know what
better
I
at
mean
doing
when
Let
I
me
say
certain
smart.
backtrack though for
Yeah.
that, and Driss, you can
This
vouch
nigga's
for
like,
this.
we're
Okay.
better at math.
I
Nigga,
better be
you know
able
what
to
I
vouch for
mean,
this.
bro.
But okay, if
We
we
No, I'm
stupid.
just-
We
I'm
dumb.
just-
All right, hold on. Let me
if
talk.
we
Alright, hit me.
backtrack, like, and you can vouch for this, there are times where you can tell when my emotions are speaking, but when I've let out my emotions without you around, and then I tell you the problem, you're a lot more in tune to be like, that is something
not
that will
rational,
break
bro?
me
And
down.
that's true.
Curtis,
But
is
it
that
is
not
rational.
rational?
So that's why
It is
there are some
rational.
girls though
I
that
mean-
bottle their feelings up and they are never thinking rationally because they just never let it out.
Yeah.
Versus people who are letting it out, whether it's the right time or place, but when you do hear it, you're like, oh, so you
Now
thought about
I got a
it.
question, Sumi. Though, so do girls who have core friend groups, like girls that are like have their female friends around that they can express their feelings to, are they usually better with life in general as opposed to girls who just don't? Who it's like because I always hear these girls who say, "Well, I only hang out with dudes because I don't like dealing with girls." I'm like,
Dude,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not only are they usually the host,
That's the thing. That's
that
a
weirds me out because
stereotype,
I think
That's a
girls do
stereotype.
need like a core group
That's
of
a
friends that they
huge
can talk
I
to.
mean,
so
I'll be
too.
honest though, it is true because there's a different type. I feel like I'm being right, but I think no matter what, if you're a girl that hangs out in a big group of guys, I think there's a lot of girls that are like, well, I think like a guy. How do you know that?
You don't think
How
like
do
a guy.
you know you
Sorry,
think like a
I've
guy?
heard-
there's no
yeah.
such thing as a
I
girl
don't-
that
There's
thinks
no
like a guy.
such thing. And
No.
You're a
I-
female. You're not thinking.
I
sorry.
think like a girl, and I think I might have tomboyish tendencies, but I do not think like a guy. If
No.
I was a guy, that's different. But I think like a girl. I have tomboyish tendencies. There's a difference between those two statements. But I do think having a core group of friends, also having, just gonna point this out, a core group of friends that are equally either in relationships and single, because you have to get both sides of it. I'm
Yep.
just gonna be honest,
That's
because
real.
there are so many problems
I
that
didn't
I
think
will
about
not
that.
go to my girlfriends in relationships for. I won't, because
many of
I
my
know they're
friends are
gonna
in
be on my
relationships?
side.
You
Your
are.
guy friends?
Yeah, you are. Who else is?
Chris, kinda this
don't
week
know.
anyway.
Nah.
Stop.
Don't talk about that.
Don't throw names.
We're not talking
We're
about
not. We're not throwing
We're
names.
not doing
Jesus
that.
Christ.
No. I don't listen. Who? Anyone?
Yeah, I think from I think
Yeah, I
from,
mean, there's-
We have all single dudes.
yeah, no, I mean, oh, you're saying the core?
I'm just saying a lot of
I mean, but that
hang
can
out
go
with you.
from that can. I mean,
I mean, I'm
having
well,
a
Brendan-
girlfriend forever
Young
too is
nigga.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Having a girlfriend forever too.
But let me relate this back to kind of mental health in the sense. So for me,
that's what-
it
That's
was
what I was about to say.
Well, it's struggling when you're not close to your family at all. There's so many things there's a reason why I'm so insecure because anything that didn't fly with my family was considered unacceptable. So I had to find friends to accept, okay, I'm going to make the wrong decisions because that's the right thing to do. I think my insecurities started to go away when I developed friendships that understood it's okay to fuck up because that's
That's
going to
what I was
make you
about to
human.
say.
You're going to go crazy over a guy one day. That's okay.
That's what I was about to say. When especially females, when they're, you got to think of a female who grew up with like you said, a core group. She can see what everybody else is going through and then relate it to her versus somebody who grows up by herself. They're only dealing with their emotions and they can't see it from somebody else, but maybe their cousin who they see once in a while or their parents who they have really no relation to.
I mean,
in these modern
that's
times.
what it is. For first 18 years of my life, it was my family. And I went through so many sexuality insecurities, so many body issues, just so much shit.
Yeah,
Until I was
prison.
18.
You had nothing to compare
It
it
is, but
to.
when I
Dude,
turned 18 and
I
I
definitely feel that.
expressed those, I mean, you have your
Yeah.
first college night out and you talk to girls and you just
You want
throw
someone
out
to
all your
relate
feelings.
to. You
People
want
look
someone
at
to
you like,
relate
no,
to.
that's normal. You're
Yeah.
okay
That's
to
what
cry
it is.
about that.
Yeah.
And you're not told that when you grow up.
And it's
So
hard to
that's
do
what
that too
you
because in that same token, you become growing up like that. You become socially awkward, so it's hard to get those friends to relate to.
I mean, but that's
In the
why I
first
say
place.
it is super important. I think for girls to have like female friends to talk to.
we
For
about to
that
have a
reason.
my
wine-
God.
Yo, we
They
about to
have
have
to.
a
That's
wine
it.
night and
No,
we gonna
that's
cry
you.
together.
Bro, that's
No, we're doing it Friday. Friday. Friday.
We gonna
Friday.
cry together.
Hold on, what's
man.
happening? What's
I
happening
remember
Friday?
We all
Cry.
crying
We're
together.
crying?
Can I-
Yes.
can I-
Is that scheduled?
Can I?
Is it
remember-
scheduled?
Yeah, this Friday night.
Exactly.
We're trying to be like women. We're trying to be
literally,
smart
you
at the
guys,
end of the day.
Should I
bro.
bring-
Right
Should I
there.
bring the mics? That's the real question.
Hell yeah.
I don't want no
Cassie
mics
and
when
I
I'm
are doing
crying.
a wine night this Friday. by
No
the way,
Tyrese?
so.
Exactly.
But
gonna meme me.
remember what we were talking about when we all got when we got food Thursday?
hilarious.
We were talking about how when was the last time as a guy you cried?
Cried, yeah.
And I said,
Shit, I don't.
oh, we had this conversation. Yeah.
No, you said tear up. The niggas had tear
Tear
ups.
ups.
Yeah, I had a
Nah,
tear.
tear ups are cool. Lion King gave me tear ups, bro. We good. Tear ups are gravy. I'm talking about
oh, okay.
crying.
Best Man Holiday was the last thing they
I'm
made.
talking
Nah,
about
I
tear
saw
ups.
I saw some shit on ESPN that Tom Rinaldi was reporting on. It was this
Yo,
kid,
that voice.
yeah, this kid hit like he had like cerebral palsy or something, but like he hit like a homer or something. Or like
I
he
seen
hit,
that,
bro, and he
Like,
circled around the bases. I teared up because I was like, that's
That's a tear up. That's
Yeah.
a tear up.
Wait, why'd you cry about that?
No,
Because
that's
it's
not
just-
crying. That's tear up.
All right, why do you tear for?
Well, because he had cerebral palsy.
Oh,
and he's just
that's-
like,
that's-
yeah.
yeah.
It just
Yeah,
hits
was-
in the. I
It's
feel
just
like
I don't know what did.
Yo, you know what-
emotions,
bro, you know what
that's
makes me
what's so
tear up?
crazy. When you start to
Yo.
get ready to tear up, bro. Society teaches you like, man, stop
Yeah.
acting
You know
like a
something?
bitch.
It's not
I'll say
okay to
this.
cry.
Yeah, you
Wait,
be
wait,
like,
let
man,
me-
come
They
on,
teach
man,
you
what's
it's
going
not
on,
okay.
man?
Let me
When you're
bring
by
up a good
yourself,
point.
nigga.
Oh yeah, I'm letting that shit
No,
go.
if I'm about to cry by myself, I'm like, nah, who are you? Come on, nigga.
You know what's crazy? Back to the point
What?
where you said like men aren't really allowed to show their emotions. You ever get like so pissed off of something so little for no
Yeah.
reason, like so small to the
Yeah.
point where
Like,
you're about to
that's
like.
because
I'm
the bottle
done.
up
I'm
effect.
snuffing something.
Everything's been bottled up.
But you
Maybe
know what's
some-
so funny too is like, and I've experienced different sides of it. Is when girls go through heartbreak or something tragic. I feel like I'm the type of friend that's like, let it out. We watch a sad movie. You
Shave
let
your
it out.
head.
Get your
Yeah.
dye your hair. I did say that if Driss and I ever broke up, I would go blonde. That would
All
be
girls
like
want
my-
to. They just
Word,
want to
I
fuck
wanna
their
see
hair
that.
up, bro.
Because
When they
you don't
go
wanna
through a
He said,
breakup,
What? I want to
looking
see
like
that. You don't want to see
shave
that.
it.
She said the breakup part.
girls' hair
Well, I'll
is
come
an
back.
supposed to see her
important
blonde.
staple in their life, bro.
Shave your beard if you had a big
Oh,
heartbreak.
no.
Shave
This-
your
These
beard.
are not
This ain't
happening.
going.
That's
Nah,
what I'm
this
saying.
ain't
Is that the
But-
equivalent? Like, fuck it, I'm done with it. Shave my
See?
Now I
beard.
look like a what you call a
Yo, have you seen Drake recently?
Petty, what you say?
Yo,
Petty
Drake
something.
Jackson, he is
Stop
damn.
shouting last
I don't
names.
give a fuck.
Not last names,
Bro, that's
bud.
we know
Yeah.
Drake though.
I know
You
what I'm saying.
You know
Just-
how
it's
many?
not
That's
last
a
names.
generic name. All right. Anywho, this nigga is all on for November, and my nigga looks like a dad from like a '90s sitcom.
Bro, I don't shave. I don't shave in
He got this
November,
just a
bro.
mustache.
I'm not
So my
shaving
hair
this
is
month.
fucked up. I don't shave ever. Every November.
I'm not shaving this
How
month.
often do you guys shave your pubes?
I
Because it's
did
different from girls. I want to know.
last- I did it 4
I did,
days
I
ago.
did like 2 weeks ago.
Manscaped.
2 days ago.
It's manscaping.
2 days.
You don't
I
shave
did.
You
your-
have to.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like you
I feel
manscape.
better when I'm like hairless.
Same.
Your dick
feel
looks
faster.
better.
Your dick looks bigger.
You drive faster.
That's what I'm saying.
Aerodynamic.
When I'm working at the gym and shit, I be running. I be like, I feel faster, bro. Like
yeah.
I don't have any hair on my balls.
Bro, when
and-
you shave it, that first shave,
I
bro,
feel
it's so
faster.
itchy.
Bro, it is. And then you
no,
like,
it's not itchy. It's when it's coming back. You look like you got crabs, nigga.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
bro.
Hold on. What y'all talking about?
Back to the when
it
you do
feels
straight
like-
When
it
your
feels
shit
like-
come back,
Bro, no, right when I shave it, that shit
oh
feels
no, when
itchy,
it
bro. I'm
nigga, I
like,
feel free.
Bro,
Yeah,
son,
I feel
like
itchy,
you
bro.
said though, when you shave, bro, I do feel aerodynamic.
It is.
Aerodynamic,
I can
bro.
cut through the
I
air,
shaved, the last
bro.
time I
It's
shaved
like-
is when I was getting booty. I was about to get booty. And I felt good. I was like, this is like,
Nah,
this is
hell
what
no,
girls do.
I like to make my
Girls
shit look
shave-
like, nigga. I put some designs on my shit,
Bro, I
nigga.
swear to
Bro,
God, I kid
yo,
you not.
I did the strip once and it looked weird.
I kid you
Cause
not,
it's
bro.
stripped
I
down to the
tried
dick.
the other
I
day.
do,
You know how girls have the landing strip? I was like, let me fuck
no,
up.
I do
Let me
that.
fuck up
I
and
do
try
that
this.
too. I do that too, but
I
it's
shaved
not,
that shit
Hold on,
right
wait.
off.
I do that too,
I
but it's
swear,
not
bro, I
one
was like,
single strip.
Hold on, wait.
I triangle it. Like it's
Mine's the
big,
thing.
and then it comes.
Yeah, this is mine.
It looks like a vagina.
No, nah. It's just that's a regular. That's a Caesar cut. My pubes Caesar cut is just like pelvic waist.
But your hair is different than mine, though,
I got
bro.
soft hair.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. I got nigga hair, bro.
Yeah,
I swear to God, though, 2
You're
days
right.
2 days ago, I tried to do a lightning bolt, bro. Fuck that shit up. Looked like a
should be-
Z from
yeah.
Zorro, bro.
Yeah, because I did not see that lightning bolt.
Oh man,
Aren't
That's
you
fucking
mad when you do
funny,
that and you're
bro.
like, damn it, I fucked up. I gotta
Y'all
shave
really
all
be
this off.
putting that much time and
It's
putting
fun.
fuck
designs
yeah,
in?
it's
Yeah,
fun.
it's so fun.
It's fun, bro.
Yo,
That's
my go-to.
female
fun,
I try to
bro.
give my pubes an edge up. I'm like,
I
let me see if I can line up.
Dude, I was telling this dude, I swear to God, if I would have thought about it earlier, I would have had this man Bashir dye his pubes for the bet this week, bro.
Fuck you, bro.
Wait, how do we end up on
Fuck
this?
you, bro.
That's why I love it. I was gonna say that earlier, but that's why I love it.
Mental health, guys.
This is mental
This
health.
is-
Yeah,
problems.
yeah,
We
no,
got
no,
problems. We got
No,
problems.
but I'm saying crying.
Oh
Because
yeah, crying.
I mean, I'm sure if Bashir dyed his pubes, he'd cry.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Sumie.
Okay, that's what I was trying to ask you guys. Is I feel like as girls, I feel like my first reaction is I want to go out and get you drunk just to have fun, but I want you to get it all out now. Watch a sad movie, a scary movie. Think about the worst thing that could happen to you and just cry.
Yeah.
Then go out and get drunk. And actually, this is a meme that I saw a long time ago, which I think is so accurate. But it showed two sides of a breakup. And the first one was showing the stages of a girl going through a breakup. And it was her being a complete mess, her life shattered, not knowing, which way is where, and then going on to like, okay, I'm coping with it, and then moving on to, you know what, it's a fresh start.
Okay.
And the way a guy
I've
processes,
seen this
you
video.
start with the drunkenness and the wild nights, and you get it over
Random
with.
sex.
Random
Yeah.
sex, and just anything to numb the pain, and then you move on to like, this day has not been
I feel
getting
like girls
worse.
do that too, though.
No, but it's the other way around.
But it depends on your support system, though, too. And that goes back to having core group of friends.
True
because
that.
my friends...
Because a dude is just like, hey man, shut the fuck up and go hit these
Right.
girls.
It's different because a true core group of friends are going to be like, I'm not going to let you do anything stupid, but I want you to just realize what fun was before him.
Yeah.
And it's like, let it all out now and then experience fun. Whereas guys are like, no, just have fun. Like, don't even think about it.
That
Don't worry
does
about
kinda
it.
suck
So
with
you
dudes.
have kind of like an
I feel
aftermath.
like it kind of works though.
It doesn't. Like, I don't know. It's like when you break up with your chick and you're a dude, it's just like nothing happens sometimes.
What you mean?
Hold on,
It's
hold on.
like,
Say
it's
it
like,
again.
Wait. What you mean?
it's like, all right, let's say hypothetically, hope this never happens. Let's say me and Sumie break up, right?
we
said,
said
I hope it's not-
hypothetically.
no,
This
like-
happened. It used to happen
Shut
every
up. All right,
day.
anyway, so let's say I feel like what would happen was just like life just continues. There's nothing like big that guys would do for each other. Just like, oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Oh yeah, true that.
Yeah, you know what I'm
okay.
saying?
I thought you meant.
All right,
I thought
well,
you meant.
I'll push back in Sumie's case because Sumie's actually our friend, so we would be like, "Oh, are you guys okay?" Yada yada yada. In most cases, you would be right because we don't get that close. We may not get that close to the other girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
True that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
also
yeah,
just-
yeah.
I guess
Sumie's
that's
like
true.
a friend
Our
of
friend,
us.
you guys
yeah.
would keep me?
Okay, stop. See, that's why niggas can't give
I
compliments.
honestly
Fine.
feel
This
like-
is why
I
we
mean-
don't get honest.
Yeah.
maybe because I
Just take
grew up.
this.
Maybe because I grew up. I feel like it. You kind of got to deal with that stuff on your own.
Yeah. And that's how.
It's
That's
a mental
how,
thing that you
Yeah,
got to just
breakups.
process it for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear these words coming in and out, but they don't really
Bro,
matter.
hey,
But that's
I'll touch on that.
100%
No,
true
let me touch
regardless.
on that. Let me
And I
touch on
think
that.
that-
Wait,
All right.
just really
Bro,
quickly to
'cause-
piggyback. You're right, but you have to realize girls are so emotional
Yeah,
at
girl-
first.
yeah,
so
I'm
they
just talking
need-
about guys.
Right, so they need that, I need people, I need support. Then it's like, all right, you know what? It's been a couple days. Let me regroup. Let me get
Nah,
back to myself.
I'm gonna touch on one.
Couple days, it take y'all a minute.
I know, bro.
It take y'all a minute.
Nah, bro. Like, there's like, if a tragedy happens and you just hear people talking to you, it's like, nigga, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like it's more help.
It's like a letter. Like, I don't care. I got to get through it. I got
It's just more help just being around somebody.
But
You ain't
even-
got to talk about what y'all went
That's
through or
true.
what happened.
That's
Just be
true.
around
Let's-
people.
But that's
Absolutely.
another thing I wanted to talk about. Like,
When
I'd
you by
rather.
yourself, you're in your head.
I'm with that.
Another thing I wanted to talk about is the fact, like, I think as a guy, I prefer that because
Yeah.
I'm going through something. I don't want everybody to bring it up and remind me
Every
about this
single
shit because
5
I'm
seconds.
trying to get this out of my head for now, and then I'm gonna deal with it on my own when I can. Like when I'm
Don't
by
be
myself,
alone.
then
That's
I'll
all
deal
I
with that
say.
shit. But like,
Yeah.
That's right.
You
but
just
I-
need to be around people who having fun.
Keep me
So I
busy.
even-
Keep me occupied.
I even
Keep me-
say this.
exactly.
Like, that's
Yeah,
why,
just keep me
that's why when I
occupied.
brought up girls needing other girlfriends, because I think a girl who doesn't, this is a hot take, I don't know if you can prove it or not, but if she doesn't have a core female group of friends, she might go out and just say, well, fuck, I'm going to fuck all these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
But if she
That's
had
a
that,
dark mentality, though.
no,
Like,
but I'm
you
saying,
have to
I'm just
grow
saying if
up
she had
different.
that, maybe it has to do with that. But if she has a core group of friends, they could be like, yo, you're bugging. You need time
You
to
need
yourself
chill.
first.
Yeah.
Then if you want to go suck and fuck 100 dicks, have fun.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? At least think about it before you do it.
Do it because you like it, not
Yeah,
because
do it because
you
you
feel
yeah,
it.
fuck
do
you're
it
sad.
because you
That's
want to do it.
Because you don't have friends.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dicks.
Sucking fucking
Oh, you know
dicks.
what? I'll say this though.
100 dicks.
What was-
That's sucking and fucking.
Are they all black dicks?
I mean, preferably. I think by this end is
What do you mean prefer? Why is
preferable.
Driss saying prefer?
I'm looking out for
I'm
niggas.
done.
I'm looking out for
I'm
y'all
done.
niggas. All right,
I'm
I'm
done.
looking out for y'all.
What do you mean, yo? He
I
said
thought it was just,
preferably.
I was figuring
He
it
pointed-
out.
he pointed them in our
Driss.
direction,
This nigga's
bro.
just happy. He's like, yeah,
He
preferably. I hope that's
point-
black.
he pointed them in our direction.
Hey, Tyrese is the only nigga that's dark skinned nigga that's out of the shit. I'm saying everybody else dark skinned and still in.
Look,
I like
yo,
it. You
gonna
ride
vote
for
you
your
out
people.
after this, Driss.
okay,
He rides for his people.
I got a question for everybody. Therapy. Yeah, chill, Sumie.
I love-
Therapy.
I used to take
How do you guys
therapy.
feel about it? Would you go to therapy or would you not?
I wouldn't.
I used to have
You
therapy.
wouldn't.
I took.
Why?
I had
Actually, no.
therapy.
I would, but I wouldn't take it wholeheartedly. I would do it just to get a different mindset from someone else.
I've
That's
done
it.
therapy before.
Yeah, I've had therapy.
I've had therapy before, and it wasn't like a severe incident, but one thing therapy does that I recommend everyone to have it is it gives you a third party perspective. It's an objective view.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
what it is.
in it, so you hear a more rational decision because you
unbiased.
cannot go to the people that are close
I
to
think
you.
you got to be
No.
a certain age though to really. I had therapy
is.
from 11 to 13 for like anger management.
You
So-
were a bad little kid, bro.
Yeah, I had it for anger management.
He was,
So
Curtis was a bad
I
little
was
kid.
bad.
He
I
was
was just
bad. He had cornrows.
But to be
Think
fair,
about
I
that cornrows. Yeah, like,
real.
and when I say cornrows, I mean like every letter in that word. Like cornrows.
I will say
Damn.
though, I think
totally forgot about it. You reminded me.
everybody can benefit
You sound
from it.
fucking
I don't think
stupid.
you have to have some sort of issue. I think just in general, everyone can benefit from.
How was it?
From it.
How was it? So, wait, what kind of therapy did you have? Did you have to sit on the couch?
It's
that's what I had.
Did you have to lay on the couch?
No, I was just sitting,
Okay,
but I didn't know how to take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Like you-
she would just ask me questions and I would just answer. She'd be like, "So, how's school?" I'm like, "Good." Like it
Oh,
was just
so
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
See, mine was
That's what I was about to ask you. How was
It
it?
wasn't. That's why I said you got to be a certain age.
Mine
to do
wasn't
it.
like that though.
So it's
Mine was
impactful.
informal, and it was 2 years ago actually, and
See,
it was
you were a
very.
certain
yeah, your
age,
brain
though.
is- you're
I was
smarter.
like 11
It
to
was
13.
informal though. It wasn't how are you feeling. It was just like coffee, very normal. Everything's talking,
Oh,
and then
we
all of a
didn't have
sudden, it was just something like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Well, you had a lot of trouble opening up to me about, what happened last weekend. You didn't give me a lot of details. And that's when I was like, yeah, an incident happened last weekend where it happened again. And like, it was very informal, which I liked about it. But there's different types of there's cognitive thinking, there's behavioral therapy, there's all different
That's
types.
what it was.
There's a
I
lot
had
of
behavior.
there's a lot of therapies out there.
I think therapy is also different for like
think
teenagers
you
and
need it.
kids. So
You think you need?
Yeah.
Cause
I
you
think-
crazy.
I think everybody.
See,
no, I think
and this is
everybody
where I
needs
come
it
back
just to
because
get it
we
out.
were talking. You were talking a little bit about
You
how
said just to get it
Friends are
out.
therapy.
Well,
That's what it is, yeah.
Well, you guys were talking. Well, we were kind of talking about how foreign parents kind of suppress that. I think the area you grow up in, like if you grow up in people in New York City, people in LA are a lot more receptive to therapy than people say in the Midwest or in the South. 'Cause in the Midwest, we have this whole thing where it's just like, or in the South, where it's like, well, you need to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Like deal with your
Hold on, you
problems.
saying niggas in New York don't have that?
I'm saying they're a lot more receptive
it's
in bigger cities. They're a lot
more people.
receptive.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like blue
I got
collar
you, I
New
got you, I
Yorkers.
got
And it's
you.
more prominent now. Like,
Yeah.
therapy
Oh,
is more
now I think
acceptable now. Back then, if you said you went to therapy, like niggas
People
would look
thought
at
you were
like,
crazy.
It was a
"What's wrong
mental
with
health
you?"
thing. Like the foreign parents is like, nigga, you did what?
Yeah.
It's like your kid's what? Your kid has what?
I mean, I told
He
my
has,
mom
like-
that I had a couple of sessions and she freaked out, just not knowing what was
Like,
wrong.
are
I was
you
like,
okay?
Mom, no, I'm going.
Oh,
through
you
a
did
lot
this
of shit."
voluntarily.
Yeah, I did because
really?
well,
Your
I had
insurance
an
cover that?
incident. I had an incident happen. Yeah, insurance can cover it.
I
but
got you, bro.
I had
Anyone
an
need that?
incident happen
Personal?
where I
okay.
felt like it was to the point where I needed it because I just I lost my support system in general, and I was like,
Was it graphic?
You
no,
ain't lose
no.
me, baby.
I mean,
I'm with you.
it kind of
What do you
was
mean?
to a little bit, but it was one of those incidents where it's like I never lost my support system, but it was to the point where they were like, "We're too emotionally invested. We cannot help you." So I had to make the conscious decision to be like, you know what? I need someone
That's
that's not
very
involved.
adult.
Well, because you get to that point, and it's kind of like hitting rock bottom, and you remind yourself there's nowhere to go but up.
I
But
feel
how
like
are
I
you
would
going to
just do
get there?
drugs. If I ever get that low,
That
I'm
is.
doing
I think.
drugs.
I
Can we
think.
speak
I think
to that?
drugs is
Can we speak to
therapy.
that?
I love.
Oh, okay.
I love the.
Yeah.
What's that shit when they sing about something but it's about something else? What's that word called? Like you say something but it's something else.
I don't
Talking
know.
about
Listen.
fucking, but
I don't
All
know.
right. Well, I'll say this.
And
How about
like when
yeah, go ahead.
when singers talk about like smoking and taking vacation, I think
a
metaphor?
Metaphor. Damn, that's the word. Yeah, shit. I had a brain for it, and y'all weren't helping at all.
You
I couldn't
explained it
but
pretty
yeah, I know I
well.
couldn't explain it, but anyways, I love metaphors.
Okay.
About smoking and taking vacation.
All right.
I think smoking.
I have a
is,
specific question though.
Hit me.
I mean, could be to you, to anybody.
anybody, go
Because
ahead.
some people, you just said, you said something that's different. You said that, taking drugs is therapeutic in a good way.
Yeah.
And I actually like that way of thinking because most people, when they say, well, he's doing drugs, he's probably going through something. All right, I'll be open with this. I've done drugs before. I haven't really gone through anything like traumatizing.
You did
I
it
did
for
it because
fun.
it
want
was
to experience
fun.
the drug.
Yeah, and my thing is
You're just
certain
curious.
drugs, say you do shrooms, that can be a intellectual
very
or
conscious
like
Opening.
Yeah.
to you
Yeah.
to where it's like, oh my God, this
Yeah.
just opened up a bunch
And you
of
might have
things.
not
A
been
trip
going
could
through
be
nothing,
gravy.
but that put
it,
you through
it
something.
Yeah.
opened up
That is true.
a bunch of things for
Yeah.
you. So that's why sometimes when people say, well, all drugs are bad. Well, yeah, there's a lot of things.
Heroin is bad.
Yeah,
Shit.
okay, yeah,
Let's
obviously.
just keep it at
Life
that.
is bad.
Schedule 1.
But like there's anything, food can be bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Like,
McDonald's
you
is
can die
bad.
from
That's
a
a
lot
drug.
of things.
Bro, I constantly. I mean, because I'm not a health fanatic freak or nothing, but bruh, I always say food is a drug, man.
It is.
Food is a
Food
drug.
is a
Man,
drug, bro.
I need. Actually, I don't need it, but I get how some niggas would just love a Big Mac. Like every day, I need it.
and it's bro,
this tastes good.
This food is programmed to your
Well, they want it to be
unstable
addictive.
habits.
Yeah.
I mean, think
So
about
if you
chocolate.
eat one Big Mac one
Yeah,
time,
chocolate's
you're gonna
huge.
want 2. Then you're gonna want 3. Then you want 4, and it's just
Well,
then you're dead.
think
Then you're
about
having a fucking
chocolate.
heart
You
Because I
attack.
got a
Yeah, you know
question
about this.
for Curtis specifically, because you're talking about growing up in the inner city. How many health food or how many like
That's not good.
what's the Whole
Yeah.
Foods you see in the
Yeah,
inner city?
nah.
Never, man.
Nothing.
All
but
these.
you will see.
All these niggas, what's up?
That's it.
They
Guess
got the
what?
best cookies.
You're gonna see
bro.
a Popeyes on every block.
They got
you
deals.
feel me?
Wait,
I
I'm
love
gonna
all
ask
these.
all of you the question: what would you turn to for like a therapeutic muse? Like, what would you turn
Music.
to for therapy?
Music,
Weed,
Literally music.
music and
Music's
writing.
100%.
Music and reading. That's why like y'all be seeing like sometimes I'll
Music
be in
and
my
writing.
room for
Working out.
sometimes I'll be in my room for a while. Like I read. And I think that you can get lost in that shit.
That's that's how I feel about the gym, bro. Like
That too.
it's so therapeutic for me. And people be saying like, man, don't overwork your body. But when I'm in there, it's 2.5 hours, but I'm not doing it for working out. It's for my brain, bro. Like
You
it
lose
do
yourself.
something to my brain.
That's why I
man.
think everybody should have something like that. Even if you're not going to a
Occupy
therapist.
And that's the
time.
difference
Yeah.
between like I love reading too and all that, but when you do something that's just so strenuous, you feel so good at the end of that
Well,
road.
that's why sometimes
bro.
people are like
good
punching.
sword. I like a
say,
good sword.
getting-
Yeah, bro.
If you're going through shit and you're like punching or you're hitting the punching bag, like you're letting out
You
all
letting
that.
it out,
Yeah.
and you gonna feel sore, but you feel good at the end of that road,
Yeah.
man. I love it, bro.
There's a lot of different ways to like get that out of your system. Like I do
Like
art.
beat your meat?
Honestly,
I'm the same. See, I do art too.
yeah,
I'm the
art.
same
That's
way.
what it is. Art for me, like it doesn't.
Art is so therapeutic.
Any form of creativity that I can like get my juices out. Like that's
Yeah, it's perfect.
yeah, it's
fun.
perfect.
I agree.
So,
Those are my two biggest things: art and working out.
I
bro.
used to, like a long time ago, I haven't done it recently, but I used to write, like just write everything.
Ooh.
Write, like,
That's
meaning
dope.
like the worst things I've wanted to do in life,
You said the worst.
the worst things that I've wanted to do. So like just actions that I wanted to do in that moment, just things like that were so terrible. And I used to rip
Like
it up.
what?
Like a journal?
Yeah. I mean, they were like graphic stuff that I would write, but then what I would do at
I
the
want to
end of
know
it,
like an example, like killing people,
no, it wasn't even,
beating up,
well,
beating up
you?
somebody.
it's more like just vandalizing something or
Oh.
like, I mean, self-infliction was something too.
Oh,
but
that's a
at
big
the end,
thing.
what I would do
Dang,
is
that's
just
a
You
good.
said
That's
vandalize.
yeah,
that's something
but
too.
I would just rip what I
Scary.
like. One thing that I used to do a long time ago by myself was
Oh,
burn
yeah.
the paper and then
Definitely.
throw it away, and I would take the bag of garbage out. Now it's like a lot more calm, but I would just rip up the notebook paper,
Mm-hmm.
throw it away, and take the garbage out because it's like a way of me like venting my feelings
Your
and
coping
ridding
mechanism.
it from.
Is that-
Because I don't like to keep the energy near me, so I rid it from
I love-
anywhere near me,
Yo,
and I take it out.
Everyone got their own coping mechanism. And it's
That's
funny.
dope.
And I love
That's
how everybody
dope,
here
though.
said music was part of the
So
coping.
fire.
Oh yeah,
'Cause,
that's
we
definitely.
got a little music to talk
Music.
about though.
You know what I
Music
don't, you know,
is a core
but you know what I
base.
don't like about
Hey
music
guys,
nowadays?
I was supposed to be a segue.
yeah. You
Music
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
go
I
core
ahead.
failed
base, man.
miserably.
Nah,
apparently.
do it.
But
Do it.
so the artist of the week,
Magic Jordan, or
Majid
Majid
Jordan.
And you know they're, I guess they're more.
Where's he from? I'm sorry.
They're
I don't
both
know
two,
this
two
group.
They're from
people, it's two
Canada.
people,
Oh,
but they're from
yeah.
Canada. Yeah.
Look at Dylan. That's them. That's them.
You know, this sparked up a little bit of a convo because Sumie was like, "Yo, they're a little mainstream, but we should
Yeah.
talk about them." I don't have a problem with mainstream talking about mainstream
But would
Can
you
artists.
call-
y'all name
you
a
count them
song so
mainstream?
I can get a.
they're not really mainstream.
Have you ever heard of just go home, we're coming home. What's the lyrics?
Oh,
Just
just
go
go
home,
home,
coming
come
home.
That's them.
Hold
saying-
on. Hold
No,
on.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
going-
Just
we're
hold
going
on, we're
home.
going home. He's singing.
So you know the
he's in
nigga
there.
that's singing "Come in home." Yeah.
Oh, that's him.
That's him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
So-
that was Drake the whole time.
Because I think sometimes we.
Drake only has seen
Hey,
notes.
can we talk about this album? All right, so they have an album. They dropped
Yeah,
an
let's talk
album
about the
called
album real quick.
The Space Between.
Yeah.
I want to, y'all talk good stuff about it because the first 4 songs, I would not listen to the rest. The second song after the intro, I wouldn't listen to the
So
rest of the album.
Sumie, you listen to it pretty
The
heavily. How
only
did you
reason
feel about
I
it?
listened to it is because we were going to talk about it.
Okay.
And then I found some songs I liked in the
How did
album.
you
What
feel
did
about
you
it?
not like about it?
It wasn't my sound I like. I think
So
they're-
you're just not a
it's-
fan of them.
them.
Okay.
Yeah. But but they have some good songs after. I'm just saying, I'm a guy that
Yeah.
if I like a song, I'll let you know in the first 20 seconds. You know?
Yeah, you
But
do.
so
You
in
do.
the first 4 songs,
Didn't care for.
it stopped me.
See,
Lost my
but this was
motion.
the
real.
type of album that I didn't. I listened to straight through,
I didn't.
and I didn't like it. Then I would just
Shuffle?
randomly just shuffle. And to me, it wasn't an album that you're supposed to just play continuously.
Yeah.
It's an album where you're supposed to pick your favorite songs, but everybody's song is different.
Because I'll say
Yeah.
their last album was better to me.
You know what?
That's what I heard.
which
I
is
heard-
random.
I've heard people talk about this album and they said it's bleh.
Blair.
Not
I've heard
bleh, but it's like
I've heard
for
people
them,
say
it's
that-
bleh,
I've
because
heard
the
people
last
say
one was
that
good.
I've heard some people say that they like this one more.
But
than
you
the
know,
It's
you
a
got to
bleh.
think about the type of artists that they are, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't listen to the album myself, but like from the last album, I didn't have a favorite song on there per se.
Yeah.
I just
Favorite
it's just
song.
like it's nighttime music. For
You
real.
know what it
It
is?
is nighttime
with
music.
them-
That's what
with
the kind
them,
of music
they
was.
are. It's. I think I'm gonna get. Because I've loved their first few projects that
Yeah.
they dropped.
Was
I thought they were
her and-
incredible.
on it?
I was never
Yeah.
really for them.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't against them?
Really?
So you're just like, eh.
I wasn't against them. If I'm not for you, doesn't mean I'm against you, my nigga.
yeah. It's just you're
It's
indifferent.
just I'm not.
No, I was
thinking
just
about you
trying
at
to
But I
start some
feel
shit.
like
I'm
they're
sorry.
mainstream enough, but they're not that mainstream, but
And
they're
that's-
still considered.
And I wanted to talk a little bit
They're
about
OVO,
that specifically
so-
Can I-
because Nick said that before, and I thought it was because he said that we're not really we don't like mainstream music
See,
like that.
but that just kind of goes
I
into the
love
whole
mainstream
streaming
music.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
nothing is mainstream no more. Actually, everything is mainstream now. If you want to
So
put it
it's
that way.
depending on who you want to,
Yeah.
to talk to.
you just want a complete different direction for
I
your
took it back
statement.
both sides.
I took the
You just give it both
mainstream now.
sides.
You know what? Fuck it. Everything is
Oh,
mainstream.
Nick's getting on the mic real quick. Hold
you got
up.
something to say?
Yeah.
Nah, I was saying that just because like sometimes I bring up a song to you guys and be like, "Oh, that shit's on the radio," and you guys just immediately, "Oh, fuck, dude, that song's gonna be whack now. Like it's just like it kind of.
Yeah, we don't like our artists to grow.
Yeah.
We want them to be for us. and only us.
You want it for you.
Exactly.
I don't want
Can't all
everyone to
just stay on
listen
the
to it.
street though.
yeah.
They gotta feed their kids.
The only reason we want.
Dang, that might be daddy issues.
Daddy-
man.
Yeah, we all got daddy
That's
issues.
not how it is,
bro.
though. For me, though, the reason why I do that is because, like, most of the time when I hear it on the radio is because I've heard that shit months before, and
But
I'm already tired of that
I
shit.
think everybody has that artist that they harbor inside of them. Like, this is my baby. This is who I'm going to bring to the table.
The
That's
put
gonna
on.
be.
The put on. Like
But
I
then
put
you
you
go
onto
through
that.
your whole like that. My baby's growing up phase.
Yo, we
And
see
on top of
guys are
that, our
becoming
ears
daddies
are
really
ears are
early.
tuned to like radio hits, so we know what that sound is going to be, and we know we're not going to like it. We know it's going to be fabricated, commercialized, makeup.
You'll hear a song on the radio, but you don't even know. Like you guys, you won't even know the songs on the radio, and I'll play it for you, and you're like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
hard.
nowadays,
Well, no,
if I listen to a radio, I actually like it for the first like hour.
Depends.
Because
Well, they
I
play it
haven't
out.
listened to
The
music.
radio's trash. The
No,
radio's
but-
trash for
but I
playing the
haven't heard the
songs out,
music.
but it's not
You
their
know?
fault.
But
Because I'm not listening to
They
that.
only
Yeah.
have
Well, that's why
rights to
I
certain
like
music, bro.
I like getting put on to radio records because I'm not gonna tune into the radio
Exactly.
ever. But when someone shows me like Jadena, when I heard the classic
Jadena's fire.
when I heard that classic man song, I was like, "Who's this?" I was like, "Oh, it's been
I'm
on
a
the radio
classic
for
man.
6
Yo,
weeks."
Cardi
Loved
B,
it.
Bodak Yellow. The first time I heard it was sitting in my sister's car on the radio.
First time I heard it was on IG.
Mine was on the radio. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was on the radio, and she goes, I was like, "What is this?" She goes, "Cardi B." I was like, "Ugh."
What's the weekend song or not the weekend? The Jeremiah song. If we
Jeremiah got a new song?
No, it's old. It's old. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm saying, but
Jeremiah.
that was
That's my God.
I forget the name of the song, but the first time I heard it was on the radio.
You and I.
You and I.
Yeah.
OUI.
Yeah.
The first time I heard that song though was on the radio, and I was like, "This is incredible."
But what I
You know
wanted to
what I'm
say
saying?
is that
Jeremiah's
like
fire,
there's a
bro.
lot of songs that are just strictly radio songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
we
the
know
songs
that.
Those
and
are the
I hate
songs
it.
that I don't like.
Bro,
It's
you know
just
what's
like
something funny? This girl in Minnesota was telling me the other day that Lil Wayne is like banned from the radio.
Yeah, because he
In
sucks.
Minnesota. Because he cancels. First of all, Lil Wayne don't suck.
Lil Way's
No, he doesn't.
now-
He put in
not
time.
so.
He put in
Now.
time. He put in
Now.
the time.
Yeah, I
Now.
respect
Anywho.
old 9 Wayne.
No. But they like
After
they
that.
don't play him because he canceled to so many shows there. So I'm saying like even if it's a hit, they'll cut
See,
that
I hate-
hit
I
off.
hate
to a lot of
interview?
artists.
I hate the politics of radio.
shows,
That's
multiple
the thing,
shows
bro.
he canceled
Oh.
them last
The
minute.
politics of radio is what annoys
I think
people.
Wayne got
That's funny.
HIV.
That's a hot take.
That was a hot
No, hold on. Don't just come out
He's
this man.
Why are you
epileptic,
talking about
isn't
my man's
He got
genitals?
HIV.
He's epileptic. That's why he's having.
What's your facts on this?
You ever heard that song Faded?
Yeah.
Play that song back
Backwards or
No,
back?
no,
Oh,
play it.
replay.
and listen.
nigga, you don't know what you're doing
That was-
right now.
that was
You don't know what
hot.
you're doing right now.
That
You're
was
you're,
hot.
you're,
So,
you're breaking a
Play
lot
the
of
song
hearts.
Faded.
Yo, that was
Look
a
up
hot
the
take,
lyrics.
Alpha.
Look up the
I'm looking at
lyrics.
Alpha's face. He's
Look up the
disgusting.
lyrics. Look at the lyrics,
Yo.
bro. That and just a lot of things is
Is this a
correlating.
conspiracy that you like? You
Hey
just
man, I'm just hearing what I heard
Hey, a lot-
and what I've
everybody-
seen and what I've heard. Listened to his music. I'm
No,
like,
I mean, Curtis,
I'm
you guys
looking
can't
into
see,
this.
but
This
he
is
literally
weird.
paused
Doing?
and did a knee rub when he said that.
You're like, hold on, the nigga, I'm faded.
No,
Faded.
that's tight.
yeah,
I
no,
thought-
no,
that's what he's
that's
talking
him and
about.
Tiger. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I
You
think
talking
he's
about that?
Oh, yeah.
That's him and Tiger.
You talking about that?
Read
think
it.
this
Read,
is out of-
read,
hold on,
wait.
Hold on, Lil Wayne,
Read
Lil
his
Wayne.
lyrics back. Read his lyrics.
All right.
Mama.
Read them, Bashir.
All right.
There
Look,
go
look.
that monster.
What do they call people with HIV? What did they call them back in the 90s?
Monster?
Monsters.
Okay.
Monsters.
Abracadabra. Magic Johnson. Oh.
No.
My motherfucking doctor said I need a
What do
doctor.
what happens when you go to the doctor and they
gotta
say you have
refer
HIV?
They
You
gotta
have to go
refer
to a
you, bro.
specialist.
So I called house, and now I'm a pill popper?
How many pills do HIV patients take?
Faded like skinnies, young money winning. I told her if I change, she won't get a penny. Milk
The rest
and
of the
this
stuff he just
Oh, it is
stunting.
bullshit.
Okay.
My
Oh.
nigga literally said,
Wow.
yeah.
I think you're
He
looking
said,
too
call me
too
house.
hard.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't know.
am.
I never said specifically.
Nah, this nigga has something.
No way. No way.
What do you mean, no way? Nigga, first of all, I like the monster. I wouldn't have got that
But they
one.
used to call people with
Hold on.
HIV
Let's see.
monsters.
I clicked. It's Rap Genius. It's real.
It's real because it's on Rap Genius
Nah,
now.
because they tell you
By
shit,
the
you
way.
like, damn, that's...
Cut the check, Rap
Bro,
Genius.
music is therapeutic to them. Music, especially somebody like Wayne who's in the booth all day. He has nothing else to talk about
They
but his
ain't got
life.
the HIV.
They didn't go with the hot take. They went...
Let's
they
move
went,
on.
This nigga Nick is so
he
sick.
does.
All right.
He has to.
Nick, I'm on your side too, bro.
I'm scared.
I'm on your side too,
That's
bro.
Wait, okay.
That don't make sense.
Tying it back to the whole fame and mental, like child stars. How many like Macaulay Culkin? How many child stars?
Wayne.
Hey,
11 years old, he started
Macaulay
rapping.
Culkin. I'm telling you, like,
Kissing
we
man
know
nowadays,
that.
have you seen him nowadays? He looked like a Whole Foods nigga.
Yeah.
No,
smoking
that's his
squares
dad.
and shit.
That's
Okay.
family
Macaulay
moments.
Culkin
You
looking
gotta-
alright.
All right,
Dude,
man.
He's
That's
doing
it.
better.
Okay, can you imagine
Somebody
the
got
Seventh
Wayne,
Heaven
bro.
family? The
Oh,
Seventh
man.
Heaven
Ain't
family.
got
With
no
the
damn
dad,
HIV,
with
though.
the-
I can't get over that.
He said, I can't get over it.
What, Lil Wayne got
They ain't got no
HIV?
damn HIV.
Bro.
All right. Hey,
Why-
I
hold
didn't
on.
say it was.
Wayne,
I
we
didn't
gotta-
say
we
what
gotta
I heard.
apologize.
What I heard.
Hold on. The song
Maybe
is
this is
about,
barbershop
No,
talk.
it's not. It's real, bro. Listen, the song is about Tiger getting faded, right?
Yeah, what's up?
And
What
my
do you-
nigga had to vent like, "Yo, abracadabra, Magic Johnson, I got this."
The
nigga.
line is just a.
What is
one-liner.
abracadabra? Abracadabra means
Poof.
here.
That means
Nah, they call it Magic Johnson, abracadabra.
But hold on, what was the lines leading up
It
to
was a
Magic
good
Johnson?
wordplay.
Hold on.
Listen,
He said it was good wordplay.
Yo, my motherfucking doctor. Tell me what this means if it's not. My motherfucking
let him
doctor
finish.
Said I need a. My
says
doctor said I need a doctor.
And I bet he would say like, "Cause I'm sick, nigga. I'm so sick. I need another
Yeah,
doctor."
he trying to say it like that.
Yeah, but
He's
the
talking
real
about
shit
how
is,
he's-
I got
Wayne's a
referred.
genius. I've
I got-
never put it past Wayne being a
I'm
genius.
saying he's greatest.
He's just
He's
talking
up there.
about him being
Back then.
addicted to drugs and pills and shit
But you
like
don't
that.
go to a doctor. You will go straight
He's
to a
just talking about how
specialist if you
he
think that.
was
I
abused.
feel like the monster
My
part
doctor
starts it
said I
off.
need a doctor.
The monster part. I would believe
This is
that.
bothering
I
Nick.
would
Look,
believe
I'm
that.
done.
I would believe that.
Wayne
if
is
he didn't
greatest.
say
He
the
ain't
first
got
two.
that man is 100% healthy.
All right, all right. We're gonna take the reins.
Why are you talking
back.
about Magic
Hold on,
Johnson?
Hold on.
I like this hot take.
That was an amazing hot
I
take.
love
That
it.
threw me off. I was shocked.
Lil Wayne got
Magic
but
Jordan.
Guess what?
Magic Jordan. Majid Jordan. I
He
want to
said
get
Magic Jordan.
But okay, but you know, but it's so true though. But it is so true. We thrive on the misery of others. I mean, Hollywood actors, singers,
Y'all love to
musicians,
watch a train
We
wreck.
thrive because
Hell
are you
yeah.
going to love a song about
That's why
drinking
reality
and partying?
TV
It's
pop.
fun.
Yeah.
But when you hear a song about heartbreak, a song about heartbreak, losing someone,
let me-
suicide,
Kid Cudi.
drugs, addiction.
Kid Cudi. That's
Why
why
are people
Yo, did
so
you see?
resistant?
Did you see?
he's the greatest.
Chris Brown.
Kid Cudi. I'm throwing
Chris
something because
Chris Cudi.
First of all-
he said Chris, and I
first of
said
all, don't
Chris
talk about
Cudi.
Chris Brown when I'm talking about Kid Cudi. I
Chris Brown's
like
better.
Chris Brown, but
Chris Brown's better.
No, oh my God,
I
bro!
knew
Please
someone-
don't you do
you already
that.
talked about mental health, bro.
Driss, don't do that.
I
to
knew
me.
some-
my friend.
who's better.
Driss, don't do that,
He's
bro.
doing that,
Hey,
bro.
one at a time. One at a time.
No,
one at
I'm
a time,
starting.
One at a
Hey,
time.
hey, we're not talking about this. We're not talking about that. Listen,
Because that was just the
Yeah.
biggest hot take ever.
no,
Stop.
Kid- that was
God.
a Driss. That wasn't
hit
hot.
me in a
That
different
wasn't
way,
a hot
bro.
take.
That just wasn't even funny. Like,
Yeah,
stop.
it was dumb. It was dumb.
I'm sorry.
It
It's
was
not
dumb.
dumb.
It was
I
that
really
stupid.
feel that way.
Stop.
Oh
Hey,
my
hold
God.
on. Hold
You
on.
are
Hold on.
crazy.
Hold on.
Anyway,
Hold
yo,
on. Hold
yo,
on.
Kid
One at a
Cudi
time.
and
Go ahead.
Kanye performed together for the first time in like forever.
That's kind of dope.
What?
That's fucking
That's
fun.
And
dope.
yo, some
On
girl went to high
stage?
school. Yeah, some girl we went to high school with was there and something. I literally commented on her shit like, "Why does this give me goosebumps?"
Yeah, bro.
Like they were just
That's
doing.
dope.
They were just
They
standing-
need
And
to be together,
To that
bro.
point, hold
They're
on.
amazing
To that
together.
point, though,
They are the
for real.
wave.
That's the difference between maybe a Chris Brown and a Kid Cudi. Nobody in the history of life has ever said Chris Brown gave me goosebumps because of his lyrics, because
Exactly.
of his lyrical content, not because of him as a performer.
You're right.
I'm not talking about performance.
You're
I'm
right.
saying
Cudi
lyrical
was the
content.
first to
So I caught him before he even had
on
it.
top of that, Cudi being
Mental
black and
illness.
from the he was the first to express
His mental
I have problems.
I was so
And I'm
legit.
down,
All these kids
I'm
right now?
sad.
all
All
the
that.
Lil Uzi, all these kids. Travis Scott says
Everybody's
I'm
built off of
influenced.
Cudi right
Okay,
now,
but
bro.
can I say something?
Everybody
You know
says
what's
I'm
so
influenced by
sad
Kid
is
Cudi.
everybody's been hooked onto some Cudi lyric. What does that say about everybody?
We all fucked up.
Can he
No,
drop
there's been a time when
material,
you okay
please?
for some man that's that dark. There's been a time when you've related to him.
Yeah.
No matter how happy you
Exactly.
are, there has been a
fucking
time when
love
you
When I'm
related.
saying
bro.
Cudi,
Get
when I
over
say
it,
Chris
bro.
Brown's better, I'm not saying
fucking
in that
love
sense,
Cudi.
not at all. Like Cudi's definitely in his own
Hell
fucking
no,
league.
I'll
You know what
take-
I'm saying? Like,
You just say that you like Chris Brown's
I
music.
definitely
more.
like Chris Brown's music.
We gotta
better.
stop
That's it.
comparing niggas. Yeah.
Yeah, but we definitely should start comparing. I didn't
all
mean it
right,
like
before we
said
that. I didn't mean like
hey,
that.
before we
I
wrap,
don't want to upset people.
You were
we
about to
wrap-
get all the smoke, bro.
I don't even. I'll
gonna
still
get all
say
the
that Chris
smoke.
Brown.
Shut up.
You like Chris Brown
I
better
like
than
Chris
Cudi.
Brown better than Cudi.
Yo, hey,
you're a sweet
before we
boy,
wrap
bro.
though, I do want to get to the people who did listen to Majid Jordan. You didn't.
I didn't.
No, did we care for the
I
album?
didn't listen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't-
don't think I'm really
it
gonna
wasn't
like
mine.
go
Okay.
into it. I think
Yeah.
Brent Fires is still better.
Okay.
Oh, facts.
That's fine. But I also got one last thing I want to ask. Favorite Cuddy song
The prayer.
The
Please
prayer.
don't do that.
The prayer.
Don't
The
do
prayer.
that, bro.
In my dreams.
No,
In my
every-
dreams.
all
I'm
these
not
songs
gonna
are my
answer that
favorite.
because it's gonna have me
Ghost.
have a mental breakdown.
I like Ghost.
Okay.
But I love
I love.
almost all his music.
Heart of a
Thank
Lion.
you, bro.
Heart of a Lion.
I don't want to pick
But
one.
my
Man
one
on the
song that
Moon,
I
bro.
remember.
He said,
That's
"I
a
bid
hard
you
one.
a
Man on the
dude,
Moon's
bro.
hard.
Drink on me, drink on you. I bid you a do."
Ooh.
He's speaking old French.
What's
bro.
that prayer? What's that
This
prayer,
nigga
bro? I
Cudi
love
is
that
a
song.
genius.
If I die before I
I
wake,
I pray
will
my
the Lord
Lord
this
this soul to
He's
stay.
different, bro, and that's
if I,
you know how.
this song
All right, nigga. I will say this.
No,
Remember? Hold on.
no,
He
mumble.
said,
singing.
repeat this shit, nigga. He
Stop,
said,
son.
replay it from the back. You know how many times I listened to that song and he goes,
Niggas
yo,
are emotional
he says, play it from the
over this.
back if it's real. I'm like,
Hey,
bro,
I
I
love
cut the
Cudi.
whole
I
song
get
over.
emotional
I want
over
to say
Cudi,
this.
bro.
I want to say this though.
Cudi's my guy.
He is, bro. I'm getting one more dab for that.
This
One
is
more.
why I'm Kid Cudi is somebody that I think everybody can relate to. Everybody fucks with. All
That's
right?
my beehive.
And
I'm
you
the
know why?
beehive.
That's
I'm the
how.
Cudi
You
hive.
know why I know that? Because look at our age, and there's people that's like 15, 14 fucking with Cudi now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is what. And
Yes.
this was my. This is the take I had. Who's Chris Brown? Like, I mean, I'm sure he's influenced people in a lot of
Chris
ways.
Brown, who? Chris
But,
Brown
like,
ain't influenced
who?
nobody, bro.
I
To
was
dance.
to dance. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
it.
Who?
Like people
Damn,
come
they
up.
want to dance like
Chris
him.
Brown is the best like entertainer right now.
He is, but I don't like Chris Brown.
You can. I mean, a lot
last
of
time,
people
like-
don't like
Can
Chris
we talk
Brown.
about his
I
album?
don't.
He had
A lot of
45
people don't
tracks.
like Chris Brown.
I like maybe
hey,
two
we talking
songs
about
Chris
mental
Brown has
illness.
ever
I think he
made.
has a little. Something's going on with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he
yeah.
has a definitely.
Yeah,
and-
yeah,
but
has problems.
He's a first of all drug.
We're gonna talk a little.
I think
we
he
can
just
talk-
seen like a lot of
hold on,
domestic
hold on. We're gonna
abuse.
talk a little Chris Brown. Can we?
Let's
Yeah, we can
highlight
talk
Chris
about
Brown.
Chris Brown's the homie.
45,
I love
45
that.
songs. You like it?
Hell no.
Smart.
See, I listen
Smart.
to it. I listen to it, and I do
Smart.
like it, bro.
Okay.
I'm
Because
not gonna lie.
niggas
I
will
like
listen
it.
to
45.
40.
That's an
Bro,
insane
let's-
asylum,
Hey,
bro.
all
Don't
right, let
tell
me throw
me.
this. Let me throw this out. Let me
Go
throw
ahead.
this out there. It's the streaming world now. 45 songs, and there's niggas saying I listen to all of
I
them.
listen to all of them.
Money.
That's
What
one way
can
to
you
look at
remember,
it.
though?
But that's one way.
Which
to look
ones
at it.
I actually do
I like what
remember
he's
a
doing.
couple.
I didn't
Yeah.
listen to
That's
it.
the thing.
I didn't listen
But
to it.
it's different for me because I actually am. I fuck with Chris Brown. I've been
Yeah,
fucking with
yeah.
Chris
So
Brown
to
for
the
so
casual
long.
fan, though.
But I'll say to the casual fan, there's no way in hell.
And that's my
There's no
problem.
way in hell. There's
That's
no
my
way in hell.
problem.
way
That's
in
my
hell.
thing.
He made
Yeah.
this for his diehards.
He's
That's
getting,
fine.
he's gonna,
That's
he's
fine.
gonna get the streams. That's great.
That's
but
it.
for the
It's money.
casual
That's
fan,
cheating.
for the casual
money.
fan, I'm not gonna
fucking
take my
cheating.
time to
But
listen to all
what
that.
he's
You
really
have to
doing
throw
it for
more
is the
bets
10 or
in.
That's
12
Hollywood.
singles he's going to
Hollywood.
release off that bitch to make him so much money on the radio.
Fucking Hollywood. And the artists that I like don't do that.
Yeah.
Cudi ain't gonna do that,
That's
bro.
you know what I like.
Actually, Cudi was
my
playing
favorite
around,
artist.
but he-
I'll say
Speeding
this.
Bullet to there's a lot of goddamn songs.
Oh no, but I'm gonna say
But it
this.
wasn't for the.
It wasn't for the radio. No.
Yeah, and it was
My-
not
his
streaming.
fans. He was
My
weird.
favorite artists are always the ones who are discreet and they have a little bit of mystique to them.
Yeah.
That's I think
I'm
that's
if
still
you-
waiting on Jay Electronica. I'm gonna get this nigga one more
Nah,
year
bro, I'm
and
done.
I'm
It's
done.
since 09.
One more year and I'm
I'm
done.
done.
I
bro.
don't think it's
I'm
ever
done.
coming out, bro.
One
Yeah,
more
it's
year
done.
and I'm done.
Nah,
If
he's
he
just
don't drop in the
trolling.
next,
He's trolling now.
He don't drop by
He-
2019.
He's gonna be
I'll
like
never talk
Wu-Tang.
about him
He's never
again.
gonna release the shit. Make
probably
one
already got
copy.
it.
Make one copy.
One fucking copy.
Let the white man get it.
Bro, I bet that shit would be hard as fuck.
Oh
if
my
it ever
god,
happens.
that shit would be gold.
I think he's the dopest freestyle lyricist. Like
He's one of
that
the best
shit is
lyricists
crazy.
Electronica, bro. That
He's
nigga's
one of the best
he's-
lyricists out
he's
there.
He
from a
probably
different
make one
planet.
copy and somebody gonna steal it again. You gonna have to watch
He's from a
out.
different planet, bro.
Well, I mean, buy it, steal it, whatever you want
Oh,
to. Yeah, Harvey.
Yeah, white niggas stealing.
The
shit.
white man, the man in general.
All right, guys. I feel like we pretty.
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
done
that pretty
talking
up
to y'all.
I mean, y'all had a intense convo about Cudi. I love him.
I love Cudi, bro.
love
Yo, I
Cudi.
love
That's my
Cudi
guy.
too. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
I
we
don't.
need to do
I
an
don't.
ode to Cudi.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
An ode
Definitely.
to an ode to Aaliyah as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. We got a lot to do.
But yeah,
We got a lot
everybody,
to do.
you know, Curtis, you got to do your thing. You do every
Listen,
Sunday,
I
man.
appreciate y'all very much. Y'all been listening. I'm getting new people walking up to me literally almost every other day, like, "Oh, what's the name? Told me to check out the podcast. I like it." Da, da, da. They still trying to get our voices, the hang of our voices and everything. But like I said, man, we appreciate all y'all.
We
man.
should all just do a sign off real quick because I agree with that. People don't recognize our
This
voice.
is Alpha. I'm talking right now.
This is Curtis.
Sumie with the pussy power.
Oh Lord, this is your boy
The
Driss.
coochie cream.
Hey, this is your on and off again host, Nick. What's good?
You know, this is Baba. Bashir.
Yeah, I'm about to cut this
Bashir.
nigga
Hey,
off.
come on, why would you cut me
I'm
off?
joking.
I
Yeah,
love
hey,
y'all.
hey, thank you guys for tuning in for real.
Definitely, man. We love the feedback. Please give us more. more.
Yeah.
And if you really come
Coochie
on.
cream.
Oh, okay.
Also, be sure to follow us on.
Hey, y'all.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We got those up now.